Every week, high school football games are played with passion and intensity. But some games, like tonight, with a potential playoff berth on the line, are just a little bit different. And it should be a battle tonight as the Rangers are on the road to face the Unicorns of New Braunfels High. Good evening, everyone. This is Tony Brubaker, and joining me tonight on the Ranger Network is former Baylor Bear and Washington Redskin, Jeff Gandy. And, Jeff, I don't think you could ask for a more important game than we have here tonight because both teams are playing for a chance to make the playoffs.
And they both want to play again next week.
Yeah.
So tonight is very, very important. And, you know, I was thinking about last week, the mantra that we had was taking care of business. For the Rangers, I think this week it's going to be just win, baby, win. And it's pretty simple. It sounds simple, but it's not going to be simple. But I feel like that the Rangers are playing their best football right now. 2-game winning streak. All three phases of their game is on task. They're all producing results on the scoreboard, offensively, defensively, and with special teams as well, putting 23 points on the board the last 2 games. So this ought to be a good game. I think both teams are going to come out, give it their best shot, see who comes out at the end.
It's not something you want to highlight, but these are 2 4-win teams going for the playoffs. Both teams have not had the kind of season they wanted to have, but both teams can cap that not as exciting season with a playoff berth, and I think that gives the players a little extra energy.
I think it does too, and I think both teams are coming off of 2-win streaks, and I'd have to say with New Braunfels, they're probably playing their best game right now too, their best football of the season. So this is going to be an interesting contest. 2 different clubs kind of the same situation. We'll see what team kind of bends a little bit and which one takes advantage of it.
All right, we've got more on the Ranger Network after this timeout as we're on the pregame show. And again, this is the Ranger Network.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Comal ISD. The Comal Independent School District is a fast-growing and innovative district with more than 23,000 students. Families are attracted to Comal ISD because of its family values, neighborhood schools, and safe environments. Come to Comal ISD. And Chicken Express, home of world-famous chicken tenders and legendary Chicken-y sweet tea. Dine in, drive up, or drive through. We'll see you at Chicken Express. And Physicians Premier. Our conveniently located freestanding ERs are fully equipped and expertly staffed so you get the best care closest to home. At Physicians Premier, you'll find faster service, friendly doctors, and a comfortable level like no other. And Texas Regional Bank. Buying or building a home? We have construction and mortgage loans to help. For all your personal or business banking needs, Texas Regional Bank. The people you know. And Texas 46. A home-style hill country restaurant has been in the Spring Branch community for over 30 years where the focus is on a Lone Star favorite, slow-cooked barbecue. We can cater or host your next large event, too. Welcome to Texas 46.
Since I've had GVTC installed in my office, I've been able to get a lot more done. With fiber speeds up to 1 gig a second, I can turn in all my schoolwork on time, keep up on social media, and watch game film with no interruptions.
Whoa, we haven't even played that game yet.
Yeah, it's that fast.
Enjoy uninterrupted entertainment with your favorite apps through our professionally installed GVTC Wi-Fi home network. Log on to gvtc.com to sign up today.
Smoky Mo's is great. You can feed a whole bunch of people on a little bit of money. It's perfect for Friday nights.
My boy's a football player, and this fills him up. The brisket is awesome.
I like brisket and sweet brisket. I can say it.
They have the best turkey, brisket, sausage in all of Comal County.
I agree, and the kids love it too.
You're never going to play offensive line for the Rangers eating salad. Come get some beef.
Get your guns up!
Go Rangers! Rangers on the road tonight here in New Braunfels at Unicorn Stadium on the Ranger Network. We're glad to be with you. This is Tony Brubaker and Jeff Gandy. Smithson Valley comes into the game 4-4 overall, but 4-2 in District 26-6A. And Jeff, senior quarterback Levi Williams is the stir that that moves the coffee around in the cup, but there are so many other elements to this offense that haven't really, I don't think yet in 8 games, found the perfect mix. But yet they can run the ball with Franco. They can throw the ball to Wells and Kuykendall and Sill and so many others. What will it take for them to put the game together tonight to beat the Unicorns?
Well, it's a great question, because I think throughout the season they've been trying to see what's going to really work offensively, and it all starts with Levi Williams. But to your point, they have a plethora of different personnel that they can disseminate the football to. And I think Levi's done a good job in doing that, although he is the leading rusher on the football team. So it all starts with Levi Williams and how he reads the defense and able to run the RPOs. He makes the decisions out there in the field for a lot of these plays. And so when he reads something, he's going to either get rid of the football or keep it himself. So maybe it takes to the end of the season to finally make it all gel, but it is coming to the head here this last game of the season. It is.
The Unicorns' defensive front is a good one, but their strong safety Marcus Riley leads them in tackles with almost 150, and inside linebacker Farley Bevel has 133. So those names you'll hear a lot tonight. Their offense led by sophomore Peyton Driggers, a new starter, just has started the last 2 games, but he's made their offense a whole different offense.
Yeah, actually he is the difference in their offense right now. Before Driggers came in 2 games ago, they really had very little in the rushing attack. But with Driggers at quarterback, he's actually like another halfback. He's a sophomore, 6 foot, 170 pounds, runs a 4.6 40. And he's really skilled as a running back. And also he can throw the football pretty effectively as well. So he puts that dual threat into the offense for the Unicorns, and it really puts the defense more where you have to read. And it puts a little more pressure on the defense than you just sitting back there throwing the football all day long.
And the defense is led for Smithson Valley by Witcher, Gibbons, and Moore, including Tanner Hobeck. And the linebackers of McElroy, Zoig, and Colemansberger have been an imposing front 7 this year, and they're really going to be called upon to put pressure on that quarterback tonight.
They're going to have to play disciplined defense tonight. The front 7 is going to have to wreak some havoc in the backfield, disrupt Driggers and what he wants to do offensively, and then put some pressure in the backfield as well, because Driggers will throw the football. And they've got some big wide receivers that he can throw the football to. So it's going to be a whole defensive effort, both offensively, defensively, and, of course, the special teams to come through as well to win tonight.
We're on the Ranger Network. Brant Freeman had a chance to talk with head coach Larry Hill a little bit earlier this week. We'll turn to that right now here on the Ranger Network.
Smithson Valley takes into Braunfels this Friday. The Unicorns, like the Rangers, come into this game winners of 2 straight. The Unicorns this past week, a big road win at Clemens again this past Friday. Coach, what makes New Braunfels such a worthy opponent?
Well, they're very diverse on offense. Do a great job with the running game, and then mixing short passes with it, and then have the ability to strike up the field. You don't really know what's coming next. You've got to be solid against every phase, every play, and then defensively, they've been really good all year. Their front is as active and as good against the run as anyone you'll play. Keep things in front of them with their secondary. Their safeties are excellent tacklers, and so no real weakness, unfortunately.
Now let's focus on the offense. Peyton Driggers has been the quarterback the past couple of ball games. Again, both wins for New Braunfels, taking over for the injured Trey Johns. And he's played really good football over the past couple of weeks, and also has a lot of weapons to throw the ball to. New Braunfels like to spread the ball on offense.
There's no doubt. As I mentioned earlier, is he going to throw it? Is he going to run it? Is he going to hand it off? Their good running back is healthy and back now, and we know what a downhill threat and presence he can be. Or are they going to flip that ball out to those receivers in that short? They do a great job with their short game, and then when you try to lean on it, they'll go over the top. So got a work cut out for us.
Yeah, the running back, Piale Thomas, had 2 rushing scores this past week in the win over the Buffaloes. Looking at New Braunfels' defense, pretty solid play so far this year. They run out of a 3-4 defensive scheme, 12 sacks, 11 turnovers so far this season. 6 of them have come during this 2-game winning streak alone. What makes New Braunfels' defense so disruptive?
Well, I think they're just so sound. They take care of every gap. They do a great job of forcing the ball away from where you want to run it and then divert it elsewhere where they've got people waiting. Well coached, good players in those positions, and they play very fast. And so, you're not going to get them on something. We'll catch them out of position here, or we'll do this, and they'll be shorthanded there. you're just going to have to execute. They force you to do that.
Given the stakes of the game with, again, a playoff spot on the line, the history the two schools have with one another, and the proximity of the two campuses, what kind of atmosphere are you expected to see out there on Friday night?
Well, it'll be a great night for football. It'll have a playoff atmosphere. As you mentioned, it's got implications for both teams. So certainly from that aspect, that's exactly what you'll get. And hopefully we get good weather, a good night for football, hopefully a good performance by the Rangers.
And Coach, what do you see being the biggest keys to Friday's game?
Well, I think we're going to probably have to get some takeaways, and then, I think we'll have to take care of the ball ourselves. Turnover battle's always big, and then do something in the kicking game to make a difference, because, they are sound, as I mentioned. I don't think we're going to get them out of position or get them doing something that just big blunder that suddenly gives us the game. That's not going to happen. So little subtle things like cutting down on penalties, taking care of the ball, and then doing something in kicking game that suddenly can swing the game in your favor.
All right, Coach, best of luck on Friday.
All right, thank you, Brandon.
Let's go. Hurry up. Get the play in.
Okay, here we go. Left retainer. Headgear. No popcorn. Straight teeth.
That's a good call. Headgear? Straight teeth?
Yeah.
Good call. What's going on here? I thought I left you in charge. It was a good call.
It was a great call. A really good call.
Okay. Run the play.
With GVTC Connect Home, I can get 24-hour-a-day security monitoring and even get alerts on my phone while I'm on the field at practice. I can lock and unlock my doors, arm and disarm the system remotely, and even see who's on my front porch right here on my smartphone. Coach, wipe your feet.
Let GVTC give you peace of mind when you're not at home. Sign up for GVTC Connect Home today.
Chicken Express is the place for legendary chicken tenders, the freshest sides, and the best sweet tea in Texas, Chicken E Sweet Tea. Let's give a big thank you to the Brown family for supporting all the high schools in the area for over a decade. Dine in, drive up, or drive through. We'll see you at Chicken Express.
Join us on the Hill Country Mile in Bernie's historic downtown for an old-fashioned holiday kickoff with all the trimmings at the 19th Annual Dickens on Main celebration, Thanksgiving weekend, November 23rd and 24th. Bring friends and family to welcome the Christmas season with live music, theatrical performances, carriage rides, Santa visits, and more along snowy Main Street. Admission is free, and the memories last a lifetime. Visit dickensonmain.com for all the details.
This football season, we've had rainy Friday nights, we've had windy Friday nights, we've even had hot Friday nights. We've not had anything like tonight. The winds in excess of 20 miles an hour from right to left on the football field seem to be ready to cause some havoc tonight, as we're just a few seconds away from tonight's kickoff. But everybody is going to be cognizant of the wind as we get this one underway, Jeff, because those flags that the cadets were holding for the national anthem were not easily controlled.
No, it was almost blowing them over, weren't they?
Yes.
Well, the wind's going to have a factor in the coach's decisions throughout the football game as far as passing the football, so we need to keep an eye on both quarterbacks and how they're releasing the football, if the nose is diving or if it's going up. So this is going to be part of the game. You have to play with the weather elements, right?
Yes, you do. It is not going to rain tonight, but it is a little bit chilly and it is quite windy.
I think this is the first night that it really feels like we're in football season, though. It's chilly, a little bit of windy, but it's clear, it's dry. This is perfect football weather.
This is a warm day in the Midwest in April is what this is.
This is spring weather for them, summer weather?
Yes.
Yeah. Here in South Texas, everyone's bundling up in their winter jackets and blankets.
Yeah, they are. Those that have braved to come out tonight, and not as many tonight as I've seen in other games. And with the playoff berth on the line, I'm shocked the crowd isn't bigger, but it is what it is, and we're almost ready to get underway as the Rangers will kick off to start the game. Mason Reed, as the ball is blown off the tee, so someone will be asked to hold it for him. Don't even think they'll give him 2 chances to back up on this one, just one, and I think it'll happen on every kickoff tonight.
With that wind, he could probably kick a field goal from there.
I'm sure he can get it to the end zone tonight, kicking with the wind. First kick, end over end, sails through the end zone, and that's where the Unicorns will start as they'll come out to the 25 with the touchback. Start 1st and 10 on our opening drive of tonight's game. The Unicorns again led by sophomore quarterback Peyton Driggers. The sophomore making his 3rd start of the season, has rushed for over 650 yards at almost 12 yards a clip. He's thrown for 5 touchdowns and has 1 interception. He's also rushed for 3 touchdowns. As I say, he ran for 650. He's thrown for 657 yards, pardon me, but he's completed 71% of his passes. So he throws when he knows he wants to.
Yeah.
They'll come out with 3 wideouts to the right here on the opening play with 1 single receiver to the left. 4 wide receivers set. Driggers barks out signals. Play clock at 10 as he takes the snap, throws it to Dulabon on the left edge. A pass and a catch for about 7 yards as he then falls forward. No one really there to touch him or tackle him, but he caught the ball low and went down.
Yeah, it's one-on-one coverage there on the top side, Tony, and so it's an easy decision to go ahead and just run a little 5-yard hitch route. It was wide open.
So 2 receivers to either side this time. Driggers in the shotguns, brings motion one way and gives it to, well, it looked like he had a great fake. He'll keep it himself and go up the middle. I think he's got first-round yardage to the 36, and he will, but that was a great fake to Dyer as he went by. Driggers kept it and gets a first down run up the middle, brought down by Gibbons and others of the Ranger defense.
Driggers, basically Dyer came across as a jet sweep, and he fakes it to him, and then Driggers sees that there's a little opening up the middle. It's designed for the quarterback to just pick his spot and get as much as you can right up the middle.
Again, those front 4 defenders for the Unicorns, or for the Rangers, I'm sorry, now put a little pressure. He's got a man down the field. Did he make the catch, and are they going to call that a catch? They do, out to the 46-yard line of the Rangers. A pass play that covers 19 yards and gives the Unicorns another first down. Coverage was made on the play by Jalen Nutt.
That time Dulabon just did a skinny post, and it was in front of the defender, and Driggers did a good job just throwing the ball low so that only the receiver could catch it.
A 5-receiver set this time, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. So an empty backfield. Driggers takes the snap, and this is a quarterback draw. He's hit low and brought down, a short gain, maybe a yard up to the 45.
As Will Gibbons coming out. Yeah. That's a good job for our defensive tackle to be able to work off the block and then play the quarterback like that. Someone with speed and quickness like Driggers, that was a good job by Gibbons.
So with the empty backfield, a quarterback draw, we'll put that in our memory banks. Now 2 receivers to either way with a lone setback. Here's Dyer on the jet sweep again, and a handoff to the running back. Gets about 4 yards. See which back is in at this point. Making the play, making the run was Rossi.
Rossi, yeah, Matthew Rossi.
Got a 4-yard gain up to the 41. Sets up 3rd and 5.
All that motion going back and forth in the backfield is only to confuse the defense. They know exactly what they're going to run, so it's basically smoke and mirrors.
So almost a wishbone look, 2 backs, 1 of either side. This time, Driggers wants to throw, and that's tipped at the liner. He was hit when he threw. His pressure came in by Hobeck and by also by Witcher. And the ball goes incomplete as the ball is kind of flailed out to the right.
I think you're right. I think it was semi-tipped, and I think also Trey Moore was back there in the backfield too. So good job by the defense by bending but not breaking, and now they'll get a chance with the football themselves.
Now again, punting into the wind. This is Miles Miller, their tall tight end. He gets rid of it quickly. It's low. It doesn't go very far. Let's see where it will end up as he gets a favorable bounce, and it will start right around the 20-yard line. Maybe the 19 is where it'll die, and that's where the Rangers will start with the wind at their backs on the first exchange off the punt. The punt goes about 20 yards and no return, obviously.
Now, 20 yards into this wind might be a good punt. Yeah. Considered a good punt. So, this wind is pretty strong.
To say the least. See what the Rangers do on their opening possession. 9:20 to go here, opening quarter. Unicorns unable to produce any offense. Here's a handoff to Franco. Tries to go left, but then cuts it back right. He'll get about 5 yards, maybe 6 up to the 25. So a good-looking run by the senior running back here on first down, second down and 4.
Real basic zone read that time, or zone lead, I should say, to Franco, and picking his poison. Basically, he saw the cutback was open, so he cut back over to center and was able to get about 6 yards. And actually, he's coming limping off the field right now. Franco.
So Franco makes it off the field barely in time. Now the Rangers with 2 receivers to the right. Play action pass will go out to the right. Too tall as Levi overthrows Ethan Sill. That brings up third down and short now for the Rangers.
Well, Ethan Sill did a nice double move, and he was wide open. And again, we have to think about the wind at your back. Sometimes that football will sail, and that time it did on Levi Williams.
So Williams looks to the sideline as play comes in with a receiver. 2 receivers go to the right. There's a back to either side of Levi now on third down. And here's Frash going right. Has a little bit of room but can't turn it up. And he'll get stuffed by the Unicorn defense. Gain of maybe 2 to the 27. But that'll bring up fourth down, and the punt unit will come on for the Unicorns. Kind of almost a sweep-looking right going to the right side, the long side of the field, and just nowhere to turn it up.
Well, Nathan Muchagamba was pulling on that play, but you have to give credit to the up front, the defensive front for the Unicorns, just snuffing that out.
Jeremiah Gilliam's soccer-style kick gets a good bounce, and it'll roll deep into Unicorn territory and then kind of bends away from the end line. It looked like it was going out of bounds, and the Unicorns will start at their own 18 as the 2 teams have taken a chance of turning the ball back and forth by punts. The Unicorns now at their own 18 have first and 10.
Well, this may become a game just of a field possession, honestly. Well, with the wind and weather conditions, just who's going to take advantage of the possessions, the field possession, I should say.
2 boxers just kind of feeling each other out here in the early going. We've played about 5 minutes. First down pass out to the edge. It's Dyer. And a good tackle. The ball's on the ground, and we'll see who comes up with it. And I'm guessing the Unicorns have, because the Ranger coaches aren't jumping up and down. That's how you know who gets the ball, and it's a completed pass for no gain. It's second down and 10.
Well, when you take a look at the productivity of the Unicorn offense, they've been a lot more productive, but they've also turned the ball over. They have 10 fumbles, and therein lies an opportunity for the Ranger defense right then.
It was a catch by Dyer and a wrap-up right away by Betsy. Here's a jet sweep fake, and now a pass across the middle. That's the big tight end, Miles. He'll have first down yardage up to the 35 as he just escaped from the line of scrimmage and really had no one near him.
Well, all the linebackers and safeties are looking in the backfield, Tony, at all the misdirection and the fakes. And that time, Miles Miller was able to just sneak in behind the linebacker. He's wide open for the pass.
So the completion to Miller makes it first and 10 from the 20 or 35. Driggers hands it off. Not much of a gain. Looks like that was Thomas. Get maybe a yard up to the 36 before he's wrapped up by Witcher and others of this Ranger defense.
Big down here, second and long. This is a good situation. You want to keep the offense where they basically have less opportunity to move the chains. So this is a big down now for the Ranger defense.
Dulabon, the single set receiver to the left, trips to the right. Thomas, the back in the backfield with Driggers. Second and 9. Play clock at 12. It's snapped, gives it to Thomas. He breaks through the line of scrimmage and then into the second level before he's wrapped up by safety Mason Livingston, but not until he has another first down up near the 45-yard line.
One thing I'm starting to notice, too, when they want to run the football, the Unicorn offensive lineman will take an extra wide splits, and that creates a lane right there by the formation, so keep an eye on that.
So first and 10 from the 45. Same formation. They'll throw it out to Dulabon, and he almost acted like he didn't see the ball. That one goes incomplete as the ball got there, and I don't think he got his hands up or anything.
No, he wasn't expecting to pass. He was one-on-one up there with the cornerback. Not sure who that was.
Romano.
It was Romano, yeah. And Drigger saw that one-on-one. He's going to try to throw it to that one receiver that's one-on-one on the weak side, and like you said, Dulabon just wasn't even turning his head to expect a football.
So it's 2nd and 10 from the 45. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. 2 backs, both to the right. Now a quick pass. It's Dyer. Little wide receiver screen. Good coverage on the play by Jalen Nutt, who brings him down after a short gain of, a gain of about 6 up to the 49 of the Rangers. It's now 3rd down and 4.
Good reaction by Nutt and Livingston that time to come up on this stop. Only gained for about a yard or 2. Good job by the secondary.
With pace, they'll now send out 5 receivers, 4 to the left, 1 to the right. Empty backfield. Driggers, quick throw to the right, and it's almost picked off. The receiver, which was Dulabon, didn't understand it was a quick throw. He went straight up the field, and the throw was where he should have been. 2 Rangers were there, including Mason Livingston, but he couldn't get to it.
Well, obviously, Driggers is not on the same page with his receivers, particularly Dulabon. I tell you, strong linebacker Corey McElroy almost had a chance for a pick 6 on that one, too.
So the Rangers stave off the Unicorns again. After a couple of first downs, they'll give it to Smithson Valley. Miller's punt. This is a high one. The wind catches it and stops it. It'll go out of bounds near the 36-yard line. So give that one a 9. Well, they're going to call it the 38, a 7-yard punt.
You have to keep the football down low when you're kicking that wind.
I'm telling you, the wind is going to play quite a role in this game tonight.
Yes, sir.
We've played, almost 7 minutes, 5:19 to go in the first quarter. There is no score. Just a couple of first downs by the Unicorns. The Rangers looking for their first. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. A couple of backs, now some motion. Williams wants to throw. No one's there. There's pressure on him. He avoids the first part of it, now runs up the field. He'll get a couple of yards, but he's smashed up pretty good by several defenders and goes down after, actually, they're going to say a loss of 2. No, it's a gain of 2 up to the 40-yard line. It's 2nd down and 8.
It looked like the defensive tackle number 92, Jonathan Smullen, was the first one to be in the backfield. Give a little bit of credit to Levi Williams to really dodge and to avoid the rush and try to make something out of nothing.
The Smullen brothers both in there. Now Williams on a designed run doesn't get much again. Looks like he falls forward to about the 43, so it'll be 2nd and 5 from the 43-yard line. Down at the bottom of that pile was Justin Smullen, the brother of Jonathan, who made the play the play before.
Well, you're 3rd and long, and this is a hard situation to be in, although the wind is at the back. Let's see what kind of mismatch they can pick up here.
2 receivers come to the left. Now motion out of the backfield. Levi wants to roll left. He has a man, and he overthrows him. It's Ethan Sill again, and again Levi throws the ball too tall, and it's incomplete. 3rd down turns to 4th, and the punt unit comes on for the Rangers.
Again, when Levi rolls out to his left, he's right-handed, and so he's throwing across his body, and with the wind with the wind at his back, that pass came in a little high and a little hot too.
Gilliam's kick end over end comes out of bounds. Goes out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Didn't use the wind very much on that one. They'll mark it at the 25. So it is a 30-yard punt with no return, but not exactly the best way to use that wind. But he's a soccer-style kicker. They don't use the wind.
Well, not a whole lot of fireworks so far this first quarter by either team. They're just kind of playing each other, like you said, like a heavyweight boxing match, throwing body punches at each other and see what's going to happen. Although the Unicorns seem to be moving the football a little bit offensively.
They have had the first downs that the Rangers haven't.
Yeah.
So 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Driggers will keep it. A designed run, has a good kick-out block, now comes up the sideline. He's got 15, maybe 20 yards up near the 46-yard line before he's dragged out of bounds by Livingston. But that time he got a great kick-out block to give him a hole over the right edge.
Yeah. His left guard, Stephen Maldonado, and left tackle, Rylan Meek, were the 2 that pulled and led Driggers on the right-hand side when the flow goes left. And so everybody on the defense goes left and everything, and then the ball goes right. It's a good-looking play, well executed. 2
receivers either way. Jet sweep fake is given to Thomas, and he goes nowhere. Actually, Labus gets the call. Witcher with another tackle. A gain of a yard. It's 2nd down and 9. Well, no, it's 2nd and 10 because that's no gain.
Well, you know, I don't think everybody understands how hard that is to play off a block like that and make a tackle. It's very difficult, particularly at the defensive tackle position, because a lot of times you're getting double-teamed. Witcher did a nice job that time.
2nd and long, motion comes. Now Driggers wants to throw, has Dulabon on the near sideline. A pass and a catch up near the 40-yard line of the Rangers is good enough for a first down as Dulabon continues his great season, now near 50 catches on the year and almost, well, more than 600 yards. He has 3 touchdowns and a 12.5-yard per catch average.
I'll tell you, it's tough to get pressure on the quarterback when you're releasing the football on a quick time like that. So I noticed the Rangers try to do a little defensive stunt up there, but wasn't able to get to Driggers.
So another first down, 1st and 10 from the Ranger 41. Driggers on a little draw and gets finally wrestled down, but gets a short gain. Gibbons on the tackle up to the 36-yard line. Well, they'll say 38-yard line, so a gain of 3. It's 2nd down and 7.
Right now we're seeing basically Peyton Driggers on display, what he can do, throw the football, run the football. And that's that one dimension that's been lacking here in their offense in the last 2 games. That's why they've been successful, and so far they seem to be moving the football here tonight.
Ranger defense time to make a big play.
Yeah.
He'll throw it left out to the edge. It's short of Dulabon. This time Dulabon ready for it on the left sideline, the far sideline from the throw. But it falls short. It's incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 7.
I bet you the wind had a little bit to play with that ball because the nose went down, and he was throwing kind of into the wind. So, again, you have to, if you're the quarterback, you have to understand what side of the wind is playing here.
So 3rd and 7, 2 receivers either way. The lone setback this time is Thomas. Driggers takes the snap, has a man wide left. It looks like it's Dulabon. He'll make a catch and get another first down. Ethan Dulabon right now, the senior, seems to be his favorite target by a bunch. That one up to the 24-yard line on the left side. First down for the Unicorns.
I don't know what they're seeing up there on that left side, but it must be that mismatch with Christian Romano with Dulabon, and they just like that matchup. And I tell you, Driggers seems to be calling his number a lot so far this first quarter.
So 1st and 10 from the 24. Game clock now under 2 minutes. Now here's a wide receiver screen. It's a catch and a run toward the end zone. Finally tackled at the 12-yard line. Zach Alleman, the junior receiver, made a nice job and got a great kick-out block from Miller, I believe, and gets first down yardage to the 10 where it's 1st and goal.
Yeah, quick wide receiver screen there on the wide side of the football field, and there was more blockers than defenders. It's just a mismatch number-wise, and so it's an easy call, easy pass and catch for a first down.
They'll send 2 receivers to either side as the play still coming in from the sideline. Driggers will tell his offensive line what they want to do on 1st and goal from the 10. The Ranger defense has been bending. Now they have to prevent from breaking. Unicorns trying to get the first score of the game, and here's Driggers on a keeper on a jet sweep fake. Gibbons is there to bring him down for a short loss back to the 13.
Senior Will Gibbons does another nice job of getting penetration in the backfield and not being fooled by the fake. And Driggers was trying to keep it and then go right up the middle like he's done before this first quarter, and this time Will Gibbons had none of that. Tackled the quarterback for a loss.
So the Unicorns, 2nd and goal from the 13. They give it to Thomas up the middle, gets some blocks, gets across the 10, down near the 5. Or he's brought down there. Coleman'sberger among those on the tackle. At the 6-yard line, they'll mark it. It's now 3rd and goal from the 6.
Yeah, nothing more than base blocking and zone read, and this time Driggers gives it to Thomas, and Thomas picks his way through the middle for about 3 or 4 yards.
That'll be the last play of the first quarter as the clock will run out. And after 1 quarter of play, there is no score in this game. It's the Unicorns nothing and the Rangers nothing here on the Rangers Network.
We've got spirit. Yeah, we do. Fill up your tank and support the Rangers, too. When you get gas, look for the Rangers Spirit Pump because Pit Stop and Fishers are donating a percentage of sales from that pump to the Smithson Valley Athletic Booster to support our student athletes. Get gas here and fill up the Booster Club's bank. Here's where you can find your Spirit Pumps. When you see it, pull up and fill up, Rangers.
Chicken Express is the place for legendary chicken tenders, the freshest sides, and the best sweet tea in Texas. Chicken E. A big thank you to the Brown family for supporting all the high schools in the area for over a decade. Dine in, drive up, or drive through. We'll see you at Chicken Express.
Back to Unicorn Stadium with the Rangers trying to keep this goal line stand. 3rd and goal from the 6. And somebody moved on the offensive line. I think the defense moved a little bit too, but I don't know that that won't be just illegal procedure, and it is. False start on the right tackle, and that'll make it 3rd and goal from the 11, and that's a different looking play.
Well, that's the defensive line just shifting, and it kind of draws the offense off. I mean, it's a strategy to it, and that time it worked.
2 receivers either way. Driggers takes the snap, straight drawback, throws over the top for Miles Miller, and that ball's uncatchable to say the least. There might have been some contact on the play as coverage was there. That's Jackson Senny on coverage, but Miles Miller had no chance. He kind of flailed like he was trying to get the call, but no luck.
Well, it's a matchup I'm sure that the Unicorns were wanting. Miles Miller's 6'6", and Jackson Senny is 5'9". That's the matchup you want. Jurgers just threw it too high. Uncatchable.
So in for the extra, the field goal try, Chase Mercer, the senior kicker. 9 of 10 this season kicking field goals, as long as 39. This one will be 29. Snap is good, the hold is good, the kick looks good, and it's through the uprights. So the 10-play drive leads to an opening field goal, and the Unicorns go up by a 3-0 score. There's timeout on the field. We'll come back with the Rangers' next drive here on the Rangers Network.
Principal Wall. Do I need to make an appointment with you at Dr. Bayless at Snoring Solutions so you can get a better night's sleep?
Yes.
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 Dr. Bayless and Snoring Solutions can help you get a good night's sleep without the use of CPAP machines or surgery. Visit Snoring Solutions today.
The Unicorns have taken a 3-0 lead on a 19-yard field goal by Chase Mercer that capped a 10-play, 62-yard drive. And the Rangers find themselves with a chance to get the ball back and change the score, which is now 3-0 Unicorns, and they have the wind here in this second quarter. The Unicorns do. Mercer's kickoff is not a deep one. It'll be fielded about the 6. Coming up the left sideline, there seems to be some room, but then the Unicorns close it in a hurry. And down goes Mason Livingston, who returned that kick out to the 30.
Well, you know, the Unicorns special teams have probably been working on kickoff coverage since the Rangers have been very successful the last couple of years in running a couple kickoffs back for touchdowns, and they did a good job that time covering him. I think it was actually Jalen Nutt that got that football there, Tony. He was running with it.
Williams on the run. Takes the snap, gets a couple of yards. Not much, though, as the Unicorn front 7 continues to slow down the running game. A gain of about 3 to the 33 brings up 2nd and 7.
Right now, at this point of the game, there hasn't been any kind of rhythm offensively for the Rangers, and I think right now they just need to find out what's going to be working for them and start getting into a rhythm so that they can offensively start moving the chains more consistently.
Here's a handoff. It is Franco. No, it's Frash, pardon me. Nice run, got really straight up the middle. Kind of wiggled his way through, and they're going to give him first down yardage and spot it on the 40, so it's 1st and 10.
It's close enough. We'll take it. That's the Rangers' first down of the game.
Yes, it is.
Like I said, it's pretty important right now just to move the chains, get some momentum going, get in a rhythm, find out what you're going to be able to do against this Unicorn defense that so far has done a pretty good job.
Into the wind, the Rangers have been running the ball. Here's Williams. Another handoff. This is Fortone. He goes left. And really not much room there again. A couple of yards, maybe 2 to the 42, 2nd and 8 it will be, as the Rangers still trying to push the ball. Well, they'll mark it back to the 41 now, as the foot of the line judge was at the 42, right there, but the umpire decided he was wanted at the 41.
Well, zone blocking, and I tell you, the defensive line and front 7 for the Unicorns did a nice job just playing off their blocks, and Matt Littlejohn made the tackle on that last play.
So on 2nd and long, Williams, he wants to throw. Got some time, now rolls right. Tries to motion someone around, now has no one. He throws it back to Frash. Throwing against your body back the other way is not always the best advice. It goes incomplete, as Frash really was nowhere near the ball, and it's 3rd and long.
Well, as Levi was rolling out to his right, he was running out of real estate. He was going to have to make a decision, but the right decision is just to throw it out of bounds. Don't try to force it in or across your body, because that has potential for an interception or some sort of other turnover. So it's just a situation now you find yourself 3rd and long again.
3rd and long going into this strong north wind. 2 receivers either way for the Rangers. Play clock at 3. Williams now will call a timeout. So the Rangers will call a timeout with 9:56 to go in the opening half. 9:56 in the second quarter. It's Unicorns 3, Rangers nothing. We're back after this timeout on the Rangers Network.
Okay, take a look here. You know, these pearly whites, they're just not right. So you got this guy here, and boom, you move it over here. And don't forget this guy here. You shove it over here. After Ferris Orthodontics get a hold of these teeth, bam! It's like magic for your teeth. So the thing is, when teeth are lined up, you know, you get a good smile. And it was Ferris Orthodontics that did that right there.
We're back to Unicorn Stadium, where the Rangers trail the Unicorns 3-0. The Rangers still in a huddle as the play clock has begun. They'll run out as a unit. Play clock under 15. They'll get to the line of scrimmage as the play clock hits 10. Williams sends 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Play clock at 5. Here's the snap. Levi wants to throw. Some good blocking, now some late pressure, and Levi holds on to it too long and goes down, and there's a quarterback sack. The Unicorns stop the Rangers on 3rd down, and they'll force a punt into this wind, and the ball all the way back now to the 33-yard line.
Well, that was just, you know, that really, yeah, it was a sack by the defensive lineman, but honestly, that was a secondary sack, because the Unicorns secondary did a nice job just really covering the receivers going deep, and it was a long time for Levi to even try to get one of the receivers to break in the open.
Jeremiah Gilliam keeps the punt low, see if he gets some kind of a roll. It will stop finally about the 34-yard line. So a 34-yard punt, no return, and the Unicorns will start 1st and 10.
Well, I know the Ranger fans don't want to hear this, but right now the momentum certainly seems to be on this Unicorn side of the football field. Their defense did a nice job of going 3 and out with the Rangers, and now they got some decent field position and momentum with their offense now back on the football field.
So with the wind, here come the Unicorns. 9:12 to go in the second period. This time a little tighter set, just 1 receiver out either way. 2 backs in the backfield with Driggers, and he finally gives it to the second one. Not much there, as the defensive line has control of the line of the scrimmage. That is Rossi who makes the handoff and gets a yard, maybe 2 to the 36.
It's the first time we've seen 2 running backs in the formation in the backfield with Striggers, and that time Striggers just fakes one and cross hands off to the other one. Rossi coming right up the middle.
Same formation. Driggers wants to throw, throws it out to the edge for Dulabon, and he makes the catch just inside the sideline, breaks away from coverage, and takes it across midfield to the 36-yard line. It looked like it was great coverage on the play by Jalen Nutt, but he went for the ball, and behind him, Dulabon made the catch near the sideline, then turned up the field and gets a big gain to the 35.
Well, first of all, give credit to Striggers. He waited for the break of Dulabon and really delivered a nice pass. And you're right, Jalen Nutt went for the INT and just missed it. and ended up Dulabon making the reception. Excuse me.
Driggers this time hands it off to Thomas. Up the middle he goes. Wrapped up after a big gain of about 6. That is Eggleston who brought him down and brings up 2nd and 5 from the 30-yard line. They'll call it a gain of 5. Eggleston had the big game last week with 5 tackles, 2 for loss, and 2 sacks. Putting some yeoman's work in there right now. 2nd and 5.
Look at the mismatch down here with 87, Miller.
2 receivers either way. Driggers throws out to the right. A little wide receiver screen to Dulabon. Gets a block from Dyer and takes it up the field against the Ranger defense. Another first down inside the 25-yard line it goes.
Right now, the Unicorn offense seems to just do whatever they want to do. A little intermittent pass, quick passes to the outside horizontally. Then they're going to run up the middle with Striggers or with Thomas. I mean, right now they're just really mixing it up really well.
4 receivers come to the left, empty backfield. Driggers takes the snap, throws it left, a wide receiver screen, and he throws it poorly. Too far in front of the wide receiver that time, which was Alaman. He had 3 receivers out blocking for him. It was also dangerous that was almost beyond the line of scrimmage, and they can't be blocking if he throws it beyond the line of scrimmage.
It was very close. I was thinking the same thing, and also Alaman was trying to turn up field before the pass got to him, and that's why he missed it.
So it's now 2nd and 10 from the 23-yard line. Driggers has 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Takes the snap. This is a quarterback draw. Avoids 2 defenders. Then the ball's loose. It's on the ground. I think the Rangers have a shot at it, but we'll see. Nope. The Unicorns got back on it as the ball squirted back after Driggers let go of it. At the 22, we'll call it a gain of 1. It's 3rd and 9.
What we mentioned in pregame is that this team is susceptible to fumble the football. That's twice now in this first half that the Rangers had an opportunity of getting a fumble.
So 3rd and 9 from the 22. Game clock now at 6:45 in the second quarter. Play clock at 10. Driggers sends 3 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. Motion comes from Dyer. This time it's just 2 and 2 now. He wants to come left. A receiver screen to Alaman. Gets a block from Miller. Now squirts ahead. The Rangers don't wrap him up on the initial tackle, but he gets across the 15. That should be first down yardage near the 13, and it is. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 13 on a big 3rd down conversion.
When motion went back across the formation, the strong safety for the Rangers goes with it, and it's wide open here on the backside, and that's why Striggers was wanting to hit that little quick hitch to the slot receiver. It's wide open.
2 receivers right, 1 to the left. They'll hand it off. This is Thomas, a different running back who gets a gain inside the 5. I think it's Libas.
It is Libas.
Libas with a gain near first down yardage at the 3, and it is a first down, so that's now 1st and goal for the Unicorns at the Rangers' 3-yard line.
That's just good hard running by Joseph Libas, 5'10", 170 senior. And he just took it right off the left guard and made much of what was little there.
So now 1st and goal. Here's Libas, fake, Driggers keeps, he's wrapped up. Gibbons and others there to stop that one right from the get-go. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 4, a loss of 1.
Striggers didn't fool anybody that time, and he was smelling the end zone, and he kept it himself, and I think he's going to attract a lot of the Ranger defenders, and that time he did.
So 2 receivers will go to the right, 2 are to the left. Ranger defense making its adjustments. Driggers with Thomas beside him. And now the offensive line moves again. So 2nd and goal from the 4 is now 2nd and goal from the 9.
Looks like that's right tackle number 77, Braxton Zarate. That's the second time he's been called with illegal procedure or movement before the snap.
Tanner Hobeck must have needed a shoe because they just threw him one, and he's back in line. So same formation, 2 receivers either way. Now motion from Dyer. They hand it to him on a jet sweep going left around the left edge. Great open field tackle by Mason Livingston. Brings him down at about the 6, so a short gain brings up 3rd and goal.
Great tackle that time by Livingston, coming across the formation with the what I'm trying to say, jet sweep, almost like the
A referee was around the defensive line there saying something. Not real sure what he was talking about. There seems to be a timeout on the field now called by the Unicorns. 4:17 to go in the second quarter. New Braunfels leads Smithson Valley 3-0. There's a timeout on the field here on the Ranger Network.
Join us on the Hill Country Mile in Bernie's historic downtown for an old-fashioned holiday kickoff with all the trimmings at the 19th Annual Dickens on Main celebration, Thanksgiving weekend, November 23rd and 24th. Bring friends and family to welcome the Christmas season with live music, theatrical performances, carriage rides, Santa visits, and more along snowy Main Street. Admission is free, and the memories last a lifetime. Visit dickensonmain.com for all the details.
Our family at Summer Hill Dental is part of the community, and we've either been Rangers, are Rangers, or soon will be. Dr. Matt Bayless and Summer Hill Dental have been taking care of Ranger smiles for over a decade because we are your Smithson Valley dentist.
Back to Unicorn Stadium. The Unicorns lead the Rangers 3-0. Closing minutes of the first half. 4:17 to go. With the wind at their back, the Unicorns have marched the field. Now Driggers wants to throw left, and it's incomplete. Oh, no. Is it intercepted? It is. Jalen Nutt came up with an interception. Intended for Dulabon. Nutt stepped in there. I thought he just knocked it away, but he came up with the interception. The bad news is he's at the 1-yard line. And the Rangers, whose offense hasn't been very productive, now have a chance to take over, but they limit the Unicorns' offensive set, and it's turned over with the INT.
What a great play that time by Jalen Nutt. Stepping in front of the receiver, making a low interception, low to the ground. With, like, to your point, Tony, I thought he knocked it down as well. Came up with an INT. That's that first turnover we needed in the game.
Rangers send 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Williams will keep it himself. Gets a couple of yards, falls forward, I think, to the 5, so a gain of 4, a good gain on first down.
Not a whole lot you want to do, play calling when you're back in the end zone like that, except just do something basic right up the middle. And when you have a quarterback that's 6'5", 215, you might as well just give him the football and let him run up the middle.
And he did. Levi has rushed for probably more than 700 yards now and about 110 carries this season, the best running back the Rangers have this year. Game clock at 3:35, play clock at 10. The huddle to the line. Williams, 2 receivers, 1 to either side of him. 2 backs, I should say. And this is for Tone. He's got a space over the middle. He's got a first down yardage over the 10, now the 15. And he's got the Rangers out of that hole with the game clock running at 3:20 to go in the second quarter. Good run by Jacob Fortone, the junior, who had a big game a couple of weeks ago.
Sure did.
182 yards, averages about 6 a carry. This one was a big one.
Well, that gives you a little bit of breathing room, does it not? Right there, and you pick up that big first down on 3rd down, and now you have something to work with.
Williams has 2 receivers either way, a lone running back. Here's Wells in motion, a jet sweep going left, avoids 1 defender, now gets upfield a little bit, finally wrestled down near the 25. That'll be a gain of about 6, maybe 5 yards to the 24. It'll be 2nd down and 5, and the game clock now at 2:40 and running.
Well, since the Ranger offense is now clicking, got something to go with, a little bit of rhythm, working with something here to get them out of the end zone area, and second and 5, not a bad place to be.
2 receivers go left, 1 to the right. Williams in the shotgun, takes the snap, keeps it himself. Doesn't get much as he gets wrapped up. Not a whole lot was there on 2nd and 6. He gets maybe 2 as the game clock continues to run. Will be near 2 minutes, probably under 2 minutes when he snaps this one on 3rd and 4.
Yeah, big 3rd and 4 down right here. And to tell you what, the linebacker, Bevel and also Diaz came up to make that tackle down Levi Williams that last time, and they just weren't fooled. There's no fake to make the linebackers take a step with her, and they just came up upfield and just filled the gaps quickly. Levi didn't have a whole lot of room to run.
So 3rd and 4. Quick pass out to the edge. It's a completed ball, and that'll be good enough for the first down as the receiver continues to fight through tackles. And that is, they say it's Wells. Didn't look like him to me on that, but as he gets up, his uniform's kind of bagged up. Cason Wells, the freshman, gets the first down reception as the game clock goes under 1:30 to go. Williams in the shotgun, 2 receivers either way, no huddle this time. A fake jet sweep to the right. Now Wills goes to the left, and a great open field tackle. A great open field tackle by Hayden Kesselring, and that limits the Rangers' momentum right now with a minute to go before halftime.
Hells, if he could have gotten around Kesselring's tackle, there was no one there on the alley on the sideline. He'd still be running to the end zone. So give credit that way to the linebacker who came up to make the stop.
So the senior, who has 75 tackles on the year, has a big one there. The Rangers now, the game clock at 45. Williams takes it. He wants to throw. He's got pressure in his face, avoids it, pulls it down, and now wants to run. Heads toward the sideline, but gets brought down on an open field tackle, and a good one there will slow him down. Again, it was Kesselring who comes up with the play, and the Rangers will have to punt, or will they? No, they don't. There doesn't need to be another play here. It's the game clock at now 20 seconds. The play clock's not even running. With the wind in their face, there's no reason for the Rangers to punt this time as the game clock continues to roll. I don't understand. Well, they're going to go for it on 3rd and 15. That's not 4th down, Tony. Here's Williams. Last play of the quarter, wants to throw. Tries to dump it off the Howell, but it goes incomplete, and that'll be the final play of the quarter and of the half. So the Rangers, in a windy, cool Friday night, find themselves down at the half, but by a 3-0 margin on a lone field goal that happened in the second quarter. So we're at halftime where the Rangers trail the Unicorns 3-0. This one, the game that sends the winner to the playoffs, and the loser stays home. We'll have a halftime coming up next here on the Ranger Network.
Come on in.
Hey, Coach. I'm here to try out for the Rangers mascot. I mean, what's better than the guy who Smithson Valley was named after?
Don't you mean Benjamin Smithson? You're Benjamin Franklin.
Smithson? Oh, that makes sense.
He was instrumental in founding this area in 1856.
First Ranger. What position did he play for you, Coach?
He was a Texas Ranger, a Western lawman.
I get it now. I like where this is headed. Be right back. Hey, Coach, how about another perfectly executed shameless plug while I'm gone?
If you need video production work, there's no finer organization than Wick Productions. It's who we trust for Rangers Network and game night scoreboard production at Ranger Stadium.
Well?
Oh, you nailed it.
Rangers we will be!
Wick Productions. Watching a video is just better than reading stuff.
Unicorn Stadium, where the Unicorns lead the Rangers 3-0. We're at the half, and right now the Ranger Marching Band getting ready to perform here at Unicorn Stadium, so we'll throw it to them here for their halftime performance.
baby. Now please welcome the award-winning Silver Spurs. The 2018-2019 Silver Spurs Social Board officers are President Sidney Rosted, Vice President Maddie Forbes, Social Officers Haley Palumbo, Kendall Schumann, and Ashley Reeves, Chaplain Taylor Vella. Next, the Ranger Band and Color Guard will perform a portion of their UIL marching show entitled Experiment 78070. The show will feature Also Sprach Zarathustra by Richard Strauss, Das Macabre by Camille Saint-Saëns, and Luck Be a Lady by Frank Lozier. Please enjoy Experiment 78070.
Back at Unicorn Stadium, another performance by your Ranger marching band. We're at the half where the Unicorns lead the Rangers 3-0. We'll take a timeout and be back with more of halftime here on the Rangers Network.
If you bank at Frost, we'll help keep your money safe. If you use your Frost debit card, the chip will make it more secure. If there's a suspicious transaction on your card, you'll get an alert. If you do, you can freeze your card with the Frost app. If you lose your phone, Touch ID login will help keep the app secure. Of course, if all you need is help from people who care, we've got that too.
When you're ready for a break, hurry in to Chicken Express. Let us do all the cooking for you. We always offer high-quality, affordable meals that the entire family will enjoy. Our chicken is never frozen and it's hand-battered fresh so you can really taste the difference. You can expect fast and friendly service at Chicken Express, whether you dine in, drive through, or drive up. Hurry in and hurry back to Chicken Express.
Your life is full of journeys. You're always on the go, dealing with ever-changing challenges. And there's a place where you always feel welcome and safe, a place you call home. But you can't be everywhere at once, or can you? Honeywell Total Connect keeps you connected to your home no matter where you are. Receive push notifications on your iOS device every time motion is captured or someone presses your Skybell video doorbell. You can now see, hear, and speak to your visitors all through the Honeywell Total Connect iOS app.
Hello, Becky.
Hi, Aunt Susan, I'm here.
Sure, I'll open the door for you.
You can use your smartphone to disarm the security system and unlock the door for your guests, while seeing, hearing, and speaking to your visitor all from one app on a single screen. Honeywell Total Connect helps to increase your home security, keeping you comfortable and always in control. Now you can focus on what truly matters. Enjoy the convenience you've never had before. Honeywell Total Connect grants you peace of mind so you'll never miss anything ever again. Picture the possibilities.
Let's get this flipping started.
Wow, that's pretty neat.
2 teams, here's your $500, here's your time clock. Shop! You'll find great things that you can reinvent. We have to think outside the box.
I think this could really work.
It's really pretty.
You got a deal?
Flea Market Flip, Sunday night at 8 on GAC.
Watch Great American Country, GVTC, Channel 162.
Snoring, sleep apnea, teeth grinding, daytime tiredness. It's time to solve the problem. Dr. Matt Bayless and Summerhill Dental are right here in the Spring Branch Bulverde community and can help you stop snoring without the use of loud, uncomfortable machines. Summerhill Dental is your partner in getting a better night's sleep tonight. Our appliances are a proven solution to stop snoring and sleep apnea. No CPAP, no surgery. Log on to summerhilldental.com or call Dr. Bayless to...
This is gorgeous.
Beach night is all new with Hawaii Life. Sunday night at 8 on HGTV.
Watch HGTV, GVTC, Channel 578.
And we're back to Unicorn Stadium. Tony Brubaker and Jeff Gandy on the Rangers Network as the Rangers trail the Unicorns 3-0. It's what's been a defensive juggernaut of a game because both offenses don't look very good.
No. and, you know, right now the Ranger offense just haven't been able to get in any kind of rhythm. and what they want to do on the football field. And I know it's been frustrating to the kids. I know it's frustrating to Coach Hill and his coaching staff too. And I guess you have to give a little bit of credit to the Unicorn defense, you know, causing some of that. But on the flip side, the defense for the Rangers have been playing pretty good. They've been in adverse situations, and they've come up with a big pick down there at the goal line, and it's only 3-0, so it's a tight game. It's anyone's ball game still.
Kind of a fortunate interception by Jalen Nutt down there on the goal line, because if we're sitting here now at halftime down 10-0 with this wind and the weather as it is, that would seem like a lot of points. But 3-0 is just one score, one way or another.
Yep.
You got to find a way to make a play, and the Unicorns obviously have been able to make more plays in the first half. Don't have first down stats, but we know they have a bunch compared to very few for the Rangers.
Yeah, I think Levi Williams just hasn't been able to get in his groove, and I think the second half they probably will settle him down, settle the whole offense down, go back to some basic things that they do really well, and just start getting attack mode. You know, we've seen a lot of finesse going wide, using their speed. Maybe then Levi Williams doing the quarterback right up the middle. You know, right now utilize your rushing attack with Frash and Franco and Fortone. All three have been running pretty hard this first half and had some success getting some yardage. Give them the football, keep that defense from the Unicorns off balance, and then start throwing the football.
You know, one thing to notice, and you probably see this better than I do, our offensive line seems to be struggling opening up holes in this first half. What is the Unicorn defense doing to make that look that way?
I think they're just shooting gaps. I mean, they run a traditional 3-4, 3 down linemen, 4 linebackers. But when you look at it at the line of scrimmage, they have one linebacker at the line of scrimmage. The other one sometimes creeps up, and they're sending one on the weak side. So it's really, you have 5 offensive linemen, and you end up getting 5 or 6 defensive linemen. So they know when to come after Levi and get some pressure in the backfield, and that's all they're doing. But give credit to their secondary. They're doing a pretty good job covering our wide receivers as well on the pass routes.
The front 7 of the Rangers has had a good night as well.
Yep.
Witcher and Gibbons and Moore and Hobeck on the front, then McElroy. We haven't talked about Thomas Zoig very much, but Colemansberger and Eggleston have been active, and they were the players that were active last week against San Marcos in that 58-14 win. We've seen them dominate at times, and what we have to expect if the Rangers are going to get in this game and win this game is they're going to have to pick up the pace even more.
This may have to be a defensive game to win it for the Rangers, and I always put it at the top of my play sheet. It says, give me some nasty, and I think that's kind of a mantra that, you know, a defense can have. You can play fast and physical and cause some disruption, and some of the things that I know on defense, you can just kind of pin your ears back and play football, but you have to be disciplined too. Maintain your gaps. You know, don't be full ball to fakes. And right now, the defense for the Rangers have been playing pretty solid. Pretty solid.
They have. It is 3-0. The Unicorns over the Rangers. We're at the half here at Unicorn Stadium. We're going to take another time out here on the Rangers Network and listen to Senior Moments with Miss Emily here on the Rangers Network.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks, Brent. All right, guys, I'm here with Sterling, John, and Matt. Boys, do me a favor. What do you think it is?
Take out your phones and text your mom.
There you go. You know the drill. So, Sterling, you're a character in Wizard of Oz. Who are you?
Wizard of Oz. I'm probably the wizard.
The wizard? Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Why the wizard?
Because I'm wise.
Okay. How are you wise?
Just am.
You just are? Are you wise on the football field?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, that's good.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtains.
Yeah, that's exactly what he says. You got to do it turning the crank, though.
Oh, pay no attention to the man behind the curtains.
That's right. So, John, your character, who would you be?
I'll be the Tin Man.
The Tin Man? You didn't have a heart?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I got no heart.
You got no heart. Matt, who would you be?
I think I have to be the lion.
The lion. Oh, the cowardly lion. Oh, you'd be the scared one. How does he go? Can you imitate him for me?
Oh, God, no. I haven't seen that movie forever.
Because he's always holding his little tail. He's always holding his... Oh.
For the ball.
John, do you remember how the Tin Man went?
He just got freaking rusty everything, so he's like.
It's true. Matt, you're in an action film. Would you do your own stunts?
Oh, yes.
Yes?
Absolutely.
No hesitation.
No hesitation.
Is there anything you wouldn't do?
No.
No.
I would do everything.
So we may see you in a career in a stuntman.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Next Tom Cruise. Yeah, Mission Impossible.
Oh, yeah. I can't be Tom Cruise's stunt double because he doesn't need one.
Oh, there you go.
The next Tom Cruise.
Well, I'm ready to see if that happens.
All right. Show me the money.
I don't feel you.
Show me the money.
I mean, I can hardly even hear you.
Show me the money!
Like what? I don't feel you.
Show me the money!
All right, John. So you are in a superhero movie. Are you a superhero, or would you prefer to be the villain?
I'd be the villain.
The villain. I had a feeling you were going to say that, being the Tin Man with no heart. What villain would you, if you had to pick a villain that's in a movie now, which villain would you be?
I don't know.
You don't know?
What would you?
The Joker?
Oh yeah, I would be the Joker.
You would be the Joker?
The Joker. I'd be the Joker.
Would you be the Joker like Jack Nicholson Joker, or like Heath Ledger?
Heath Ledger.
Oh, he's pretty creepy.
Yeah.
Can you imitate that for me?
I'm the Joker. Oh, you gotta say, why so serious? Oh, why so serious?
Yeah. Okay, ready?
Why so serious?
Oh, John.
So Sterling, you have a choice to either eat a small can of cat food or 2 rotten tomatoes. Which would you choose?
Oh my gosh. I think I'd rather eat the rotten tomatoes, to be honest.
The rotten
I can't
tomatoes?
stand cat food.
Just the smell,
Just the
right?
smell makes me gag.
But now you got to get 2 big rotten tomatoes down.
I mean, yeah. Just won't look at it.
Just won't look at it. Hold your breath and just
Hold
go
your
for
breath
it.
and pray, yeah.
What if you like turn it into ketchup and then you could cheat with French fries? You might could do that, right?
Yeah.
Better than cat food.
It is better than cat food.
I have a little stray cat that I feed, and she's so cute, but I cannot give her canned cat food. So she gets canned chicken. So she's kind of spoiled. She's a stray cat, and I give her canned chicken. So yeah, it's nasty. So Matt, if you could healthily exist with either giving up food or sleep, which would you give up?
I gotta say food.
Food?
I have to sleep.
You have to sleep. Sleep is more important to you than food.
Yes,
All right. Y'all sleep a lot?
We do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Take some power naps.
Yeah. This Coach Hill get y'all up here pretty early though, starting now.
No, not too early.
Not too early? He gives y'all a little bit of time?
Yeah.
All right, boys, we've got some Ranger trivia. Whoever answers this first correctly wins a prize. Can you name one of the 3 Ranger quarterbacks to throw for a record 5 touchdown passes in one game?
Josh Atkins. Levi Williams.
Josh Atkins is one. Josh Atkins twice in 2016 versus Wagner and Clements. Anyone name another one?
Levi?
Actually, Allen Hill. Allen Hill versus Brackenridge in 2003. A. Hill. That's right. And Garrett, she is going to be mad. Y'all might have to do some laps. Garrett Smith versus Corpus Christi King in 2013. Here you go. All right, John. Well, you guessed Josh Atkins, so you win a Larry Hill football. You're welcome.
I'm just gonna buy one.
I'm just gonna buy one. Now they're jealous. Put it on eBay.
And Coach, kind of fun there in this week's Senior Moments to see your deep snapper, John Beck, featured.
Well, John's a big part of our team, very valuable. He handles all of our deep snapping, both on our extra point field goal and also our punt. And it's a role he takes very seriously, spends a lot of time on it away from the practice field. And, you know, he it's good to see it pay off for him and with him performing as well as he has.
With GVTC Connect Home, I can get 24-hour-a-day security monitoring and even get alerts on my phone while I'm on the field at practice. I can lock and unlock my doors, arm and disarm the system remotely, and even see who's on my front porch right here on my smartphone. Coach, wipe your feet.
Let GVTC give you peace of mind when you're not at home. Sign up for GVTC Connect Home today.
This is gorgeous.
Beach night is all new with Hawaii Live. Sunday night at 8 on HGTV.
Watch HGTV GVTC Channel 578.
This Christmas, it's a wonderful lifetime.
Ho, ho, ho!
Merry Christmas! New holiday movies all season long.
Yay!
Featuring more stars than you can imagine.
Wow!
It's a Wonderful Lifetime. Begins Wednesday, November 21st on Lifetime.
Watch Lifetime GVTC Channel 560.
Our family at Summer Hill Dental is part of the community, and we've either been Rangers, are Rangers, or soon will be. Dr. Matt Bayless and Summer Hill Dental have been taking care of Ranger smiles for over a decade because we are your Smithson Valley dentist.
Sunday, September 23rd. Don't miss the 911 two-night premiere event.
Must be hard being a first responder.
And if you missed a heart-pounding second of 911 Season 1,
We have to get her to the hospital.
watch it anytime on demand at Fox Now.
The only way to survive the job is to find a way to cope with the ones who lose. But when you actually save someone, there is no better feeling in the world.
I am gonna get you out of here, I swear on my life.
911, the two-night premiere event starts Sunday, September 23rd on Fox.
Okay, take a look here. You know, these pearly whites, they're just not right. So you got this guy here, and boom, you move it over here. And don't forget this guy here. You shove it over here. After Ferris Orthodontics get a hold of these teeth, bam! It's like magic for your teeth. So the thing is, when teeth are lined up, you know, you get a good smile. And it was Ferris Orthodontics that did that right there.
Welcome back to Unicorn Stadium. Just a couple of minutes away from the start of the second half as both teams fixing to come out. Here come the Rangers. And the Unicorns about ready to come out onto the field as the second half is about ready to get underway. An exciting first half. That's an understatement to say the least. The Rangers' offense was limited to 4 first downs, I think I can say officially. If not for a Jalen Nutt interception late in the first half, it would be a 10-0 score. But the interception on the 1-yard line, stopping the Unicorns on what was, I think, 3rd and goal from the 9, really put a halt to their scoring opportunity there after a lengthy drive. And here come the Unicorns. So even though the clock's been at 12 minutes, ready to play the third quarter, we're going to stay here for another couple of minutes and wait for everybody to get ready. This is high school football at its best, a 28-minute halftime on the clock that ends up taking about 32 or 33 minutes because we can't hurry in anything. So much for my commentary tonight. We're ready to go in the second half momentarily.
Well, I have to remind myself, Tony, what was the motto of this game? Al Davis said, hey, it doesn't matter how ugly or how bad it may get, you just win, baby. You just win. And really the bottom line is coming up with who's going to have the higher number on the scoreboard at the end of the game. No matter how ugly it may look, no matter how you get it done, you just get it done. And we have 24 minutes left in the season for one of these two teams. So I would think that the Rangers probably came out of the locker room a little more fired up, a little more anxious to get their offense on the field and try to do something with the football.
I'm a little bothered by a Baylor Bear graduate quoting Al Davis. That really just makes me wonder sometimes.
Hey, one of my best friends and former roommates, Van McElroy, played 10 years with the Raiders. So And
he was pretty good, too.
Yes, he was really good. He has 2 Super Bowl rings, and he's all-pro. He was a good player. And we had to play against the Raiders in Super Bowl 18 when my rookie year with the Redskins, and they ended up winning that football game.
That wasn't John Riggins' year, was it?
It was John Riggins' year, yep.
Okay.
Yep. The year before, the Redskins beat the Dolphins in the Super Bowl. They were Super Bowl 17 champs, and then next year in '83, we went back to the Super Bowl and got beat by the Raiders.
Who was their coach?
John Flores. Jim Plunkett, quarterback.
Jim Plunkett.
Yeah.
Name that college.
Oh, you would do that. It's kickoff.
Yes, sir. Stanford. And the kickoff to the Unicorns.
It went straight up. Fair caught.
Fair caught by Mason Livingston at the 38-yard line.
He kicked right into the wind. He got his foot underneath the football, and it went straight up.
I don't think he had a choice because he was kicking left to right, so he was going to kick right into the wind.
Yeah.
There is a flag on the field. Does that mean the Unicorns were offsides?
I think they were offsides.
I think we'll probably take it.
Either that or
take the 30. We add it to the end of the 5, right?
Either that or he just waved it off, Tony. All right, here we go. First down. Here we go.
All right. In the midst of all that, the Rangers start at their own 38. First and 10, 3 receivers right. Williams throws left. It is Sill. Almost broke a tackle as a good open field tackle made on the play by the defensive back, Saucedo. But it's good yardage on first down up to the 44. It's a gain of 7. Or gain of 6, pardon me. It's now 2nd and 4.
That's a nice way to start the second half. Just that quick out that you were talking about, those short or intermediate passes. Plus, he kind of settles, I think, Levi Williams down in his passing.
Is that his first completed pass? Here's a run. It's Fortone. He's got a hole up the middle. He's got a big gain across midfield, across the 40 before he's finally dragged down by a couple of defenders at the Unicorn 37-yard line. Another first down for the Unicorn, for the Rangers, pardon me. Wow, that was crazy.
That's okay. Great block that time by Muchagumba and Logan Smith on the left side. And I tell you, Fortone had a nice hole to run through. Great 2 plays now to start the second half.
I was just going to say, 2 positive plays to start the second half. Now a receiver goes either way. Tight end on the right. Here's a run. It's Frash going right. Has a defender chase him down. He tries to turn it upfield. Not much. Oh, then he gets around a defender. Ends up getting positive yardage out of it when they had him caught 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. That is Darlington Frash with a great run by the sophomore.
Yeah, give him all the credit in the world because number 20, Kendrick Thompson, the free safety came up strong and had Frash in the backfield, but Frash broke the tackle and made at least a yard or 2 out of this play.
He'll stay on the field as the back as the receivers go 2 to the left and 2 to the right. Williams with Frash beside him. Play clock at 15, an early snap here. Williams takes the snap. He's going to run it himself. Going right, gets a block from Frash. Gets around a defender, spins away from another defender, then falls forward to about the 25-yard line where the Rangers will have another first down on Levi Williams' best run of the night.
Best run of the night, and a nice block in that time on the right side of the line of scrimmage. And this looks a little bit more like the Ranger offense that we saw the last couple of weeks right now, taking command, taking control at the line of scrimmage, and moving the chains.
A back either side. This one Fortone goes right, has a hole up the middle. He's going to break it to the end zone, and he does. 9:52 to go here in the third quarter. It's the first drive of the second half, and the Rangers find pay dirt on their 5th play of the drive. That one for a touchdown. And the Rangers go up 6-0 with the extra point to come.
Fortone just broke it back to the middle. It was almost like a cutback run, and it was wide open as the backside was open. Nice blocking on the backside, all the way to pay dirt.
Reed, the snap is low, the hold is good, and the kick is good as the Rangers convert and make it a 7-3 score here in the opening minutes of the third quarter. There is a timeout on the field. The Rangers have a lead of 7-3. We're back after this timeout on the Rangers Network.
We've got spirit. Yeah, we do. Fill up your tank and support the Rangers, too. When you get gas, look for the Rangers Spirit Pump because Pit Stop and Fishers are donating a percentage of sales from that pump to the Smithson Valley Athletic Booster to support our student athletes. Get gas here and fill up the Booster Club's bank. Here's where you can find your Spirit Pumps. When you see it, pull up and fill up, Rangers.
Reed, after knocking the extra point through the upright, will come out and handle kickoff duties as the Rangers have grabbed a 7-3 lead. A little over 2 minutes gone here in the second half. Reed's kick will carry deep, and a fair catch will be made in the end zone. Not like you need to do that in the end zone, but it is. And the Unicorns will start 1st and 10 from the 25.
Well, we saw the Smithson Valley Rangers answer the call the second half and took command of this football team. The football game, and we'll see what the Unicorns do now as they come out first time, second half with their offense, see if they can answer.
Unicorns will come out 1st and 10 from the 25, and they'll place the ball on their right hash. Unicorn defense, a little hop in their step. Here we go. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right for the Unicorns in blue. Driggers takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He'll keep it himself, has a lineman in front of him. Gets a good gain up to about the 30. It'll be a gain of 5, 2nd and 5. Livingston, McElroy, and Moore all there for the tackle.
Well, it looks like Driggers kind of left off. He started off where he left off in the first half, and that is just keeping the football around that right side. A little bit of daylight, good for 4 or 5 yards.
That was Maldonado who had pulled to come around to lead the block. 2 receivers either way now. Driggers hands it off. And upended is the running back Thomas, and there's a flag there too. Colemanberger makes the tackle. A flag came in late. We'll have to see what that is.
Well, Colemanberger looked like he was shot through a cannon as he came through the line of scrimmage and made the tackle in the backfield. Great looking play by the linebacker.
So a hold is the call, so that'll be a 10-yard walk back. And it'll still be 2nd down, but now 2nd down and 15. No gain on the play. Would have been 3rd and 5. You'll take the 2nd and 15. Sounds like a good decision.
All day long. Unicorns their offense is going into this pretty stiff wind still the second half, and so this makes it a difficult 2nd and long for them.
3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Pressure on Driggers. He breaks through. He's scrambling away. Gets a couple of yards, and then he's shut down as the defense closes in. So Driggers gets a few. Colemanberger and Eggleston was also there. And a gain of 4 up to the 24 makes it 3rd and 11.
3rd and long again. Nothing fancy. That was Driggers just trying to do it all in his own, and Romano came up and did a nice job at making the tackle as well.
We haven't seen Betsy tonight. It's been Romano all night long on that right corner. So 2 receivers either way. Driggers wants to pass. There's pressure coming to him. He's got a man, and then he throws it away. Dulabon was the only open man, and he really wasn't open on the near sideline, so Driggers did a great job of just throwing it away, and here comes the punt unit on 4th down.
Yeah, Tony, when you're 3rd and long, I mean, it's an easy call for these sending linebackers. It was a blitz, and Driggers just had so much pressure rolling out. He couldn't even get his feet set to make a decent pass, so that was a good defensive stand by the Rangers.
From the 24-yard line, it's 4th and 11. Here comes Miles Miller into punt against this wind. Mason Livingston is deep. Good snap. Low kick. Not much of a spiral. Livingston runs away from it, and it dribbles out near midfield, and that's where it'll be spotted at the 50-yard line. So a punt of about 25 yards gets no return, and the Rangers will start from midfield with 8:08 to go here in the 3rd quarter. We'll keep it here as the offense is already out on the field. 7-3 Rangers lead this one. 4 minutes into the second half.
Well, you can sense right now getting the football on the 50-yard line, second possession of the second half of the Rangers. They go in and score again here. They really take command of the football game. I know this is an opportune time for them. The opportunity time. The best opportunity.
Play clock is started. Williams fakes the handoff, then throws it out to Sill on the right side. Has a man blocking for him and gets a good job. Gilliam did a great job of passing. Actually, it was Wells who caught it. We've got Ethan Sill on the mind out there. Cason Wells, the freshman receiver, keeps catching passes, and I don't call his name. That's a first down catch up to the Unicorn 37-yard line. Good job by 5'9", 155-pound Cason Wells. 2 receivers either way now for the Rangers. Williams, this is another design run, going right, has a lead blocker of his running back, turns upfield right near the sideline, ends up getting 6 or 7 yards on the run that didn't look like anything was there.
No. That's all Levi Williams is taking it around the right side of the formation and just kind of picking his hole, seeing what's available and making something out of nothing in second and short. Great job by Williams.
Up to the 29. It's second down and 2. Williams with 2 backs, 1 either side. Gives it to Fortone, off right tackle, cuts it back left, has the seam, gets a first down inside the 25 before he's dragged down by Farley Bevel, their middle linebacker.
That was the same play that Fortone scored the first series, exact same play where he goes right, bends it back because of the flow of the defense, passes up, he cuts back, and this time, though, the Unicorn defense was able to catch up to him.
6:45 to go, third quarter action. The Rangers lead it 7-3. Williams in the shotgun formation gives it to Frash going right. Cuts by a defender, steps out and stops him, so he cuts it back left and gets back not quite to the line of scrimmage. Bevel there again on the play, a loss of 2, and here's a late flag.
2 late flags.
Wow. One of the offensive linemen, I think it's Muchagemba, is in there talking with somebody. Is that one of the – That's another offensive lineman down there talking too.
A little extracurricular after the play, and actually that's Copney down there.
And Muchagemba was there also, so they're both – don't know if it's getting a little chippy out there. We really haven't seen anything to make us think that it was. But that time, 2 of our offensive linemen were down there yapping at their defense.
After the play was over, deep ball, personal foul on the offense, 15 yards.
You know, I've seen this movie before, and I don't understand it. But it's only the offense. Usually that's an off personal foul on unsportsmanlike on both teams. This time it's just the Rangers. Well, so it's now second and about a half a mile as the line of scrimmage was the 23. The ball's back at the 40.
Well, definitely the Ranger offensive line wanted to be extra physical coming out the second half, and maybe a couple of the linemen just got a little too physical after the whistle blew.
Williams to Frash, right side, cuts it back up the middle, spins away, gets a nice gain, almost 10 or 11 yards. To the 29, I think, as well. They'll spot it, maybe the 30. So a gain of 10. It's now third down and 17.
It looks like that same play. This time Frash was able to run with the football instead of Fortone. Again, the play looks like it's going right, but then the running back is to cut back to the left, and it's been open most of the time.
We're going to try a field goal on 4th. That
be 47.
It's a 47-yard field goal with this win by Mason Reed. Snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is long enough. Is it straight enough? And it is. A 47-yard field goal by senior Mason Reed. His 9th field goal of the season. This one clearly his longest. Or is it his longest?
No, he has a 51
against
He
has a 51 against Steele, right? The one the game I wasn't at. So the Rangers go up 10-3 on the 47-yard field goal by Mason Reed.
Boy, how costly was that penalty? Well, that really took him out of the opportunity to maybe punch it in for 7 points. But I guess with Mason Reed, you can kick a field goal. You know, you've got a lot of range.
And let me apologize because I was saying it was third down because the yardstick still said third down.
It did.
For the longest time, and all of a sudden the punt unit or the field goal unit comes out here, and I'm going, why on third down? But then it had been changed. So in any event, the Rangers will kick it off here in a moment with a 10-3 lead. It's 5:35 to go, third quarter action, and all of a sudden the Rangers have a little bit quicker step, and the Unicorns trying to find something of their own.
Well, again, I commented just a second ago that unsportsmanlike conduct penalty really pushed them out of the opportunity to pick up another first down and maybe punch it in the end zone for a touchdown. But it was nice to get some points out of it when you got Mason Reed, who can really boot it.
It is nice to get points out of that scenario. Here's the kick. End-over-end kick through the end zone. The Unicorns will start 1st and 10 from their own 25. The Unicorns, who have not had a whole lot of momentum here in the second half, will look to see if their offense can make something to happen, as the Rangers have grabbed
I think they've grabbed a
10-0 run.
Yeah, well, they've grabbed the momentum. They've grabbed the energy. You sense the energies across this on the Ranger bench. The crowd is into it, and they kind of sense that mojo getting back into the rhythm of the football game. So now it's time for the defense to go through and out.
The crowd is a better crowd right now than it was at kickoff.
Right.
Here's a wide receiver sweep fake. They'll throw it to the tight end Miller, and he's got a big gain up across the 40 to the 44-yard line. That's a gain of about 19 yards on first down for the Unicorn.
Tony, we saw that play the first quarter, and it worked then and it worked now. It's Driggers faking it to his halfback, and then Miller's just able to sneak up behind the linebackers, and he's wide open where Driggers can hit him with a pass.
So 1st and 10, Unicorns at their own 44. Driggers with 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Throws it to the left, and it's dropped. Intended for Bryson Dyer, the junior receiver, though. Lets it go through his hands. It's 2nd and 10. There's Betsy, by the way, out there. We've seen Romano a lot, but Betsy has made an appearance.
Okay. Well, I'm kind of thinking turnover time about now. Midway through the third quarter, it's time for the Ranger defense to come up with either interception or a fumble recovery.
Just one receiver either way. Backs coming this way. Here is a sweep to the left. A good look and run. That is Libas as he takes it around the left edge and gets clear into Ranger territory near the 41-yard line. That's 1st and 10. Livingston among those in on the tackle for the Rangers.
Nothing really fancy with it. It's just a sweep left, and you got a pulling guard. And you try to outnumber the defenders on that side, and Libas had enough real estate to pick it the first down.
Now the sweep coming right, and there's a tackle by Hobeck, who I think it's the same play coming this way. This is Thomas on the run, and Hobeck just manhandled him back to the 46-yard line, a loss of 5 on the play. It's 2nd and 15.
Hobeck basically said, I've had enough of this. Nice play by the linebacker, the junior linebacker coming across the line of scrimmage and hitting him in the backfield, not being fooled by all the fakes in the back.
3 receivers to the left. Driggers wants to throw. A little bit of pressure. He steps up, lets it go down the field, and there's no flag there. Both players were going after the ball. Bryson Dyer was the intended receiver. That was Mason Livingston down there with him. And I don't know how you call interference, and that's what the fans are yelling for, but he just turned around and reached for the ball, and the receiver, they were just in this both at the same spot. They're both going for the ball.
As long as you turn your head and towards the football, you're okay. Now, if he would have masked the receiver, it would have been interference.
Right. So on 3rd and long now, 3rd and 15, they'll send 4 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Empty backfield for Driggers. The sophomore quarterback takes the snap, throws it out to the wide side. He's going to double pass down the field, and it goes incomplete. Going into the wind, they tried to throw it far down the field. That was Frangel who threw it. The senior, his pass goes incomplete. Down the field, intended for Zach Alleman.
That's a tough pass into this wind.
A non-quarterback who hasn't been throwing all day. His arm's not loose. That was a tough one. A good-looking play, though, because he was open.
He was open.
So on 4th down, here comes Miller. Quick, boy, he gets rid of that ball in a hurry. Livingston fair catches it at the 15. Good decision that time, because that one might have bounced into the end zone, but it might have bounced to about the 2. So from the 16, the Rangers will start 1st and 10. The offense has been productive here in the closing minutes of the third quarter with the wind at their back. The Rangers lead at 10-3, 3:42 to go, third quarter.
Well, 3:42 is a lot of time to be able to put together a nice long drive by this Ranger offense, and getting in the end zone again for 7 points would be exactly what Coach Hill, I'm sure, he's drawing up on the sideline.
So from their 16, the Rangers start 1st and 10, 2 receivers either way. A lone setback alongside Levi, who wants to throw it wide to the right, and the receiver, the ball gets there for Wells. At the same time, the defensive back, that's Christopher Thomas, good timing, knocks it away, and it's incomplete.
Good job that time by the corner, Christopher Thomas. He really broke on the ball, read the play and broke on it perfectly and timed it out where he got his inside hand and knocked the ball down. Good job by that cornerback.
So 2nd and 10, the ball's actually at the 17. Rangers send 2 receivers right, tight end on the left, and 2 backs in the backfield. A fake sweep. No, it is a sweep. Coming left. He got grabbed by the neck, it looked like. Is that a horse collar, maybe? No flag, or there is a flag,
there's
but
a flag
probably
down.
more commonly known in an area by holding, though.
I think this is going back.
So they're asking, well, that's not a tough call. Come on. What's the decision? He's going to decline it. So it's
3rd down and 9.
3rd and 9, the ball at the 17.
I didn't see the hold. It was on the left side of the line of scrimmage.
He got tackled by the back of his collar, I thought, because his head and his shoulder pads went back in a hurry.
Yeah.
But no call on that one. They call holding. They can only have 1 flag at a time, so let's not get too confused. 3:20 to go in the quarter. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. 2 backs with Levi. Levi fakes the handoff, wants to throw, has an out route down the field, and a good-looking throw and catch. Jeremiah Gilliam, the senior receiver, makes a big play across the 35-yard line to the 37. Did about a 15-yard out route, and Levi threw a strike to the 38-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Rangers.
That was basically a fastball that time to Gilliam, right over the safety, Kendrick Thompson. That was a good-looking execution on that play. Well thrown.
Gilliam's route was a good one, and Levi put it right on him. 2 receivers either way. On 1st down, Williams wants to run. He gets a lead block from Force and then gets hammered, but across the 40-yard line, a gain of 5 or maybe 6. It'll be 2nd down.
Looks like the offensive line now is just becoming more physical and taking control of the line of scrimmage much better than it was the first half. And it's being, mean. You can have an attack mode on the offensive line and be mean.
Well, they need to be.
Yeah.
I mean, they're the bigger size. Impose your will. 2nd and 4 from the 44. Williams to Fordone. He cuts back up the middle. He's got a hole again, just like he did on the touchdown run. This time across midfield, across the 45 to the 43, where it's 1st down and 10.
Cut back across the middle again. It's that same play that seems to be working. The flow goes one direction, and the running back hits that seam coming back, and the backside linebacker and end are not there. So it's a great-looking play for the Rangers.
So again, a 2 running back set with 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Now motion by Wells. They'll fake it to him, then he'll fake it to the running back, and Levi will run straight up the middle. Not much there as their defense was waiting for him. Levi gets a couple of yards. We'll call it 2nd and 8 from the 41.
No push that time by the offensive lineman, and good job that time by the defensive front 7. Just making it no room for Levi to run through.
So the Ranger drive now has covered about 2 minutes. It's a minute and a half to go. 2nd and 8 from the 41 of New Braunfels. Rangers with a 10-3 lead. Williams fakes the throw, has a man over the middle, and there's he's being held, and there is a flag. That time it is a good-looking throw. And the defensive back Saucedo just grabbed him.
Yeah.
It was Radaball, the receiver, and as he went up the field, he just got mugged.
Radaball was about ready to just beat him royally. So, to prevent the touchdown, you just grab him, and that's what Saucedo did.
Well, the officials are talking about this one, and
well, they're saying, was it catchable?
Only a
They call holding, not
pass interference.
Yeah. Not this, and I would agree that it's not pass interference. He got grabbed.
Yeah.
That would be a hold as well as you could call interference because the ball's in the air, but is that a 10-yard penalty, automatic first down? It is a first down anyway. So at the 31, it's 1st and 10 for the Rangers on the penalty, which would have been a touchdown to Radabaugh. Now 2 receivers go either way. Williams takes the snap, runs again. This time he goes up the middle, gets a lead block from his back, and gets 5 yards up to the 26-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 5. It was Justin Smullen who was in on the tackle, the defensive end.
Well, when you're
– or I guess he's a tackle in a 3-4, right?
Exactly. Well, when your leading rusher is your quarterback, you might as well let Williams run with the football up the middle with the lead block by your running back. It's been working.
We'll give it to Frash, who cuts back left after design right and then gets met and pushed back. You know, usually I know the officiating has changed in the last few years, but usually when a running back goes about 5 yards back, they start blowing the whistle.
Yeah.
Now they don't blow it till he's down anymore. It's getting kind of.
But they still mark it where the forward progress stops.
No doubt. But I'm more worried about injuries when you just let defensive players keep pushing someone back. Anyway, it's 3rd and 5, no gain on the play. Well, they give him a gain of a yard, 3rd and 4. Williams is closing seconds of the 3rd quarter. This one's for Tone, who keeps the legs churning. He's being grabbed. He's got a chance.
Wow.
I think he got 2 out of nothing, but it'll be 4th down from the 23. The line to measure, and the Rangers will call a timeout. They want to run one more play here on 4th down with the wind at his back, and I think they'll probably try to kick a field goal again.
Oh, absolutely. That's a good timeout right there with 2 seconds left with the wind at your back. Let Mason Reed punch it through. Get some points out of this drive. That's the main thing.
The drive started on the 16, 3 minutes and 40 seconds ago. And it's 4th and we'll say 3 from the 24. The Rangers call a timeout. Their first called timeout of the second half. The Rangers lead it 10-3. All 10 points here in the second half by the Rangers on 2 drives, a touchdown drive and then a field goal drive, a 47-yard field goal by Mason Reed. From where the ball's at now, it would be about a 42-yard field goal if that's what the Rangers decide to do, and that would be my guess. And it is. Here comes Mason Reed.
This should be a chip shot for Mason Reed. Now, I know
nothing over 40 yards
very
is a chip shot.
Cautious in saying that, but I really believe the young man could probably punch this through.
So the play clock hasn't even begun yet. Now it does. Rangers are set. 2 seconds to go in this 3rd quarter. Rangers up 10-3. Field goal try by Mason Reed is up, and it looks good again, and it is, and it's 13-3. A 41-yard field goal by Mason Reed is 2nd of the night, makes it 13-3. That was an 8-play drive. About 54 yards on the drive.
You're adding it up.
And it took 3 minutes and 42 seconds. The Rangers go up 13-3. We have a brief timeout ahead as the Rangers lead at 13-3 on the Rangers Network.
Since I've had GVTC installed in my office, I've been able to get a lot more done. With fiber speeds up to a gig a second, I can turn in all my schoolwork on time, keep up on social media, and watch game film with no interruptions.
Whoa, we haven't even played that game yet.
Yeah, it's that fast.
Enjoy uninterrupted entertainment with your favorite apps through our professionally installed GVTC Wi-Fi home network. Log on to gvtc.com to sign up today.
Toe to it against and they're going to call a fair catch and run out of bounds. I do not understand that at all.
That's a bad decision.
That is not wise use. That is Matthew Rossi who ends up fair catching it at the 13, maybe 14-yard line and runs out of bounds.
Yeah.
If he lets the ball fall, there's a chance it's going to go out of bounds.
Yeah.
By the way, that was an 8-play, 58-yard drive by the Rangers. Took 3 minutes and 42 seconds, and if he
was fair catching.
Fair catch, it goes to
be
the
on
25. I'm sorry. Yes. Yeah. Yes, to the 25. Whoa, where's he going?
He's going to the third.
No,
he's going to 25. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We're confused as much as the referees. You know?
Yeah, that was
the officials are
the back judge just wanted to clear the crowd to throw it across the field.
Right.
So starting from the right hash, the Unicorns, there shouldn't be any time off the clock. I know that, and it says 11:59 on the game clock.
Well, no, we mentioned this in pregame, Tony, how all three phases of the Ranger ball club have to be playing. Offensively, they started cranking up. They put 7 points on the board. Special teams have got 6 points on the board. And the defense has now gone 3 and out twice. So all three phases seem to be clicking in the second half.
Looks like a wide receiver screen. Now they're throwing it over the top. And it's picked off again by Jalen Nutt. No, he doesn't come down with it. He went up high against the receiver that time. Alaman went up. Both of them went for the ball, and neither one of them could pull it down. But Jalen Nutt had better position and had a chance for another pick, even though he has one today. That doesn't come with a second one. It's 2nd down and 10.
I'll tell you what, Jalen Nutt, I'm so impressed with him. A sophomore, started this year, game 1, and has played solid and consistently every single game. He had inside position that time on Alleman, did not give up that position, and almost came up with the INT.
All of the motion on that play, and here comes a sweep for Dyer. He's got some room on the left side, then breaks through the crowd, finally gets dragged down before midfield. A good-looking run on 2nd down, a gain of 22 up to the 47-yard line. But I was trying to say on the play before, they faked everything like a wide receiver screen, only the blocking receiver, which was Alaman, just went down the field, and Jalen Nutt made the play. This time we didn't.
Well, I thought Eggleston was going to get him in the backfield, Tony, and he just couldn't wrap him up and bring him down.
So 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. 1st and 10 from their own 47. The Unicorns trying to make some noise. Driggers wants to throw it over the top, intended for Dulabon, but he throws it out of bounds. Nutt on the coverage, not a whole lot of room there, but the throw wasn't in bounds.
Well, you know what? I'm impressed with Driggers where he was throwing the footballs on the outside shoulder out of bounds. So the only possibility of catching that ball is his own receiver. So that's actually not a bad play.
2nd and 10 on the incomplete pass. The Unicorns, which haven't had any offense to speak of here in the second half, have the ball moving all the way near midfield. Here's a handoff to Thomas. Left side gets wrapped up. Down at the bottom of that pile is Gibbons. A lot of defenders were there. Moore was also there. A gain of about 2 to the 49. It's 3rd down and 8.
Yeah, McElroy came up from his strong linebacker position and made getting on the tackle as well. That time, Driggers was looking and reading, and that time giving the football to Thomas, and he just didn't have a whole lot of real estate to run through.
So 3rd and 8. 3 receivers right to the left, empty backfield. Driggers wants to throw. Not much pressure. Has a man across the middle. Hit hard, but catching the ball. Livingston put a lick. That is Labus, who stayed in and hung on to the ball. A great tackle by Livingston. And the completed pass is good enough for a 1st down out near the Ranger 30-yard line.
Well, there was nothing bad about that hit, the catch, the pass, the catch. Everything was really good. And it was just a good, strong hit that time.
You hear fans yelling for targeting. Did anybody see his helmet?
No.
And no, he got hit in the midsection. If his helmet hit him, it was in his belly.
Yeah.
Is where the tackle was. That targeting is at the head.
Yeah. Well, it was a vicious hit, and
without a doubt.
Anytime you see that, fans are automatically going to say it's targeting or something like that. But you got to be careful. It looked like a good, clean hit that time.
Where's the replay screen at? Labus is not quick to get up. Zach, pardon me.
Here he comes.
Actually, Matthew Rossi who made the catch. Well, Rossi seems to be walking under his own power.
I'm impressed he held on to that ball.
I am too. Part of the deal is he got hit right where the ball was, and everything kind of stayed right there together.
Well, Driggers led him with the pass, so he knew he was going to get hit.
Yeah.
So he made sure he made the catch and then took the blow.
So 1st and 10 from the 31 of the Rangers. Unicorns marching. Here's a wide receiver screen taken away, and there's pressure that brings down Driggers. Good-looking job by the defensive line that time. Back to the 35-yard line. The sack by Witcher. I'm not real sure why that.
Well, I'll tell you what took away that quick hitch was Eggleston going out there, and Driggers had to eat the ball. That was a great play that time by Eggleston.
He read the screen.
Yeah.
Some pressure coming. Driggers will keep it. He breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage, then gets dragged down from behind on a shirt sleeve tackle by Hobeck. A gain that time could have been a lot worse to the 29. It's now 3rd down and a long 8 for the Unicorns.
Great play by Hobeck coming from the backside, getting just enough of Driggers' jersey to pull him down, because Driggers looks like he's going to scoot around the end for a lot of yardage.
Yeah, once he got rid of that first tackler near the line of takeoff. So 3 receivers come to the left, 1's to the right. He's got a lone setback beside him. I think that's Labus.
Yep.
Takes the snap, wants to drop, has a linebacker coming at him, tries to let it go and not incomplete. Coverage by Livingston intended for Labus. It's incomplete and it's 4th down. Will they try a field goal now?
Well, Labus was going on a wheel route and he was not picked up. I tell you, if Driggers had a little bit more time to be able to throw the football, that might have been 6 points.
It's 13-3. The Unicorns are going to go for it on 4th down. Their field goal kicker has made one from as long as 39. This time with a wind behind him would be about 49. So on 4th down, the Unicorns will call a timeout. 9:16 to go in the game. The Rangers up 13-3. There's timeout on the field on the Rangers Network.
When you're ready for a break, hurry in to Chicken Express. Let us do all the cooking for you. We always offer high-quality, affordable meals that the entire family will enjoy. Our chicken is never frozen and it's hand-battered fresh, so you can really taste the difference. You can expect fast and friendly service at Chicken Express, whether you dine in, drive through, or drive up. Hurry in and hurry back to Chicken Express.
The Unicorn Stadium. It's a big 4th down for the Unicorns. It's a 4th and 8 from the Ranger 29-yard line. They need to get to the 21. 9:16 to go in the game. The Rangers lead at 13-3. Driggers takes the snap, straight drawback, throws it left, intended for Dulabon, and I don't know if they'll call it good or not. It's called incomplete. Dulabon tried to sell it, but the back judge says incomplete as the ball hit the ground.
It did.
And I don't think there's much doubt about it, and the Unicorns will turn it over on downs.
Well, it was a good pass by Driggers that in an area that Dulabon was the only one that could make the catch, and Dulabon just couldn't hang on to it, and it hit the ground before he's able to secure it.
So at 9:08 to go in the game, the Rangers have the ball at their own 29-yard line. Time for a nice lengthy drive. Handoff won't go anywhere. The defense is there, and now there's a flag, probably holding. We could hope for a face mask or something like that.
He's talking to Copenhagen again. A face mask by the offense.
I don't understand why a referee has to come all the way to the sideline to ask him, do you want it or not? This is taking way too long. A coach shouldn't have that much time to make a decision. Personal foul. So they decline the penalty, which is it's when an offensive lineman grabs the defensive tackle or lineman's face mask and pulls him down. So the loss was a loss of 2 yards back to the 27. It's 2nd down and 12. They turned down the penalty. And if you're fighting time down 2 scores, you don't want to give them another down, even though the yardage would be fun to have.
Exactly.
Although I'd push him back because the punt's going to be the problem. if you stop them.
Thank goodness you're not the coach.
6 one way, half a dozen the other, right?
Yeah.
Here's Levi Williams on a keeper. Has a lead blocker. Has some room near the far sideline, near the Ranger bench. Gets knocked down just over the 30. We'll see where they spot it. It'll be 3rd down. And
it's a long 9, it looks like.
Boy, they didn't give him very much as they mark him at the 30-yard line, a gain of only 1 on the play.
Well, this is what makes coaching a little bit hard, because the strategy behind this, when you're trying to secure the lead and trying to get time off the clock, but then you got to be aggressive and move the football. When you're down here at your own 30-yard line, you need to be a little more aggressive.
I wouldn't argue with you there. 1 receiver to the left, 2 to the right. Man in motion is Fortone. He runs to the flat. Levi wants to throw an up and out down the field, and it goes incomplete. Looked like that was Sill, the intended receiver. On 4th down, the clock stops. It's 4th and 9 from the 30. 8:31 to go in the game, and the Rangers have to punt.
Cornerback number 4, Andrew Sosita, he had Sill covered like a blanket. That really didn't have a chance to really connect on that one at all.
So Gilliam is in for a low line drive, rugby-style kick. It's end over end. Will it get a good bounce? And it's not a bad bounce, not a good one. Stops at the 42, where the Unicorns will start 1st and 10 from their own 42 with 8:23 left in the game.
And not bad field position for the Unicorns starting this drive at their own 42. Plenty of time on the clock for both teams. Now it's time for the Ranger defense to really rise up and maybe get a 3 and out, or create a turnover, create a negative play about this time in the field. Would be nice in the 4th quarter.
Tough for the Unicorns as that drive only netted them about 45 seconds, and you got to take more time off the clock than that.
You really do. You really
Run
do.
out of bounds and then an incomplete pass. So 1st and 10 for the Unicorns. 2 receivers either way. Driggers gives it to his running back, who doesn't get very far and then scrambles away from a tackle. Ends up getting 2 yards on the play to the 44.
That's Thomas.
Down at the bottom was Witcher on Thomas. And it's 2nd down and 8. The clock rolls now, under 8 minutes to go in the game.
I'd sure be grabbing at that football if I was a defensive player right now, because they're prone to fumble the football, and looked like Thomas didn't have a real good handle of that on that handoff.
Shotgun snap to Driggers. He wants to throw over the top, intended by Dyer. Good job of breaking it up on the play by the secondary. That's Colton Eilers in as the free safety on the play, and it's incomplete, brings up 3rd and 8.
Cover 2, you have inside help that time on from their safety, and Jalen Nutt had the inside position, and your safety comes over the top. Good job that time, in and out.
So the Unicorns looking for their play call. Clock has stopped at 7:47 to go in the game. Play clock down near 10 now. It's 3rd and 8 from the 44. Driggers, short drop, has some pressure. Then he gets wrapped up. Does he go down? No, he gets away. Now he'll scramble ahead. Has a short gain up to the 48-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down and about 4 to go.
Well, I really thought that Will Gibbons had him in the backfield right there. He almost had him, but you know what? Peyton Driggers is he's a squirmy little guy, and he was able to get out of the tackle and at least make a couple of yards out of it.
So the Unicorns will go for it as the game clock near 7:15, play clock near 15, as the crowd starts to get up on their feet here in the Unicorn blue. 4th and 4 from near midfield. Ranger defense. And then the bad snap, it goes past Diggers. He wasn't ready for it. He'll have to fall on it, and that'll be a turnover on downs, clear back near the 30-yard line. Don't know what happened, but the ball came back and he wasn't ready for it, and they'll turn it over on downs without even a play try.
It looked like the defense shifted, and one of the offensive linemen actually moved quick.
So I thought it was going to be a legal procedure.
And the rest of the players played the play, but the center didn't snap it.
Well, no, he did snap it. He snapped it too far. I don't. There was movement on the 2 line. The Unicorn or the Ranger line did what they do. They just switch. They rotate, and now the Rangers have the ball. 6:59 to go in the game. We're up by 10, 13-3. Time to run the ball. Levi Williams, shotgun snap, gives it to Frash, going left, nothing there. Tries to spin it back, then gets pushed back. And the ball's loose, and the Rangers fall on it. I think he's down because he was down when the ball came loose, but we'll see the way they call. No, they have him spotted up at the 34, so they call him down. Well,
it looked like there was a fumble. I mean, Kessling was ripping at the football. Number 11, their rover for the Unicorns. He actually stripped the ball down, but another Ranger offensive lineman recovered the football.
The clock is rolling. Both line judges are saying the ball's down. The umpire wants to take it back, saying there was a fumble, but they whistled it down. Now they don't know what to do there, and the clock continues to run. Now at 6:20, it stopped. The fans are not happy with what's going on, and they start the clock again. The play clock at 20, game clock under 6:20 to go. Rangers.
I'm confused too now, I'll be honest with you.
I don't know if it was a fumble or not, but I think both the line judges had whistled it down. 2 receivers left, 2 backs with Levi. A tight end to the right. Here's a handoff. No, a fake handoff. A throw out to the edge. It's Wells. He'll get a couple of yards and then get pushed back. Stays in bounds, so the clock continues to run. Give him a gain of about 5 up to the 29-yard line where the Rangers have 3rd down and 8.
This is a tough call right here because it's 3rd and long, and you're in this area of the field that is too far into this wind to kick a field goal,
right.
So you got to pick up this 1st down.
Unicorns jump. They get back, though, as the Rangers now get a different signal from the sideline. 10 seconds on the play clock. Levi, shotgun snap, sweep right. This is Frash. Nothing there. The defense is knowing they're going to run. They're all over it, and it's 4th down.
This is good pursuit by the entire defensive line for the Unicorns. They weren't fooled at all. In fact, they were sprinting out there, and Frash had nowhere to go.
So it is 4th and long, 4th and 14. Game clock now under 5 minutes to play.
You definitely have to punt the football.
Well, there's no doubt. You're up 2 scores. You just get rid of the ball and make them run or march.
Let's see if the Unicorns go after this now. They have no one back. Of course, they're playing it for a fake, maybe. I wouldn't think so. They're
they only had 10 guys on the field. That's the problem. And now there's a penalty because that's illegal substitution, right?
That's right.
Or was it a play clock? No? There's a timeout? Who called timeout?
It had to be New Braunfels. Delay of game.
Okay. We didn't think the wind was enough. Don't want the ball to go in the end zone on the punt. They didn't have enough guys on the field. That's why they
did. 18 came out there late.
Right. Rangers were some question as they were trying to get the attention of Gilliam, but he'll punt it. John Beck, the snapper, been faithful all year. The kick is up. It actually hit somebody. Who did it hit?
It tipped somebody.
I think it tipped a Ranger, didn't it, going down the field? There's a flag. Not real sure what that will about.
We have holding again? He's talking to Coach Ringgold again. Yeah, Mangold again. He wants to set him back. Holding.
Holding on the punt.
Holding on the kicking team. 10 yards, added to the end of the run. First down.
Okay, they're just going to add it to the end of the run.
All right.
Because time is more important than the yardage even. So the ball had gone down, was spotted down at the 13. It'll end up being at the 23 where the Unicorns will have 1st and 10. Still a long way to go with 4:15 to go in the game. 13-3, the Rangers on top of the Unicorns. Remember, the winner goes to the playoffs. The loser's done for the season. So 1st and 10 for the Unicorns from their own 23. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. A lone setback beside Driggers. Takes the shotgun snap, looks right, now comes left. A wide receiver screen thrown out there. A good gain, but finally a nice tackle. That is Jackson Senny, who brings down the receiver on the play. Greg Johnson, a wide receiver, a junior, 6', 160. Hadn't played all night tonight, but makes a catch there, and that's good for about 7. It's 2nd down and 3. Unicorns back to the line of scrimmage, 3:45 to go. Driggers wants to throw, has some pressure, gets wrapped up and thrown down. Well, come on, whistle him down.
His knee didn't touch.
But his backside did. His backside was on the ground.
That was Holbeck back there in the backfield and was slinging Driggers down, but I think Driggers was able to keep his balance.
Yeah.
And then some of Holbeck's buddies came in and finished him off.
We're going to have to watch the replay and look at all these plays.
Yeah, but
back
his
to the
backside
18. Well, you can't say the other word. You know that. Two receivers either way. Driggers wants to throw over the middle, and it's an incomplete pass as Dyer just dropped it, and there's a flag for holding, I believe, in the backfield thrown by the umpire.
Yep. But the Rangers defensive front four had a little stunt going on, and it looked like everything got boggled up, and sure enough, there's a little holding going on. This will push the Unicorns back another 10 yards. It'll be third and very long.
Just to tell you how shocked we were when Craig Johnson caught that pass a minute ago. Yeah. I told you earlier in the game, I have about 12 receivers listed on my spotting chart here, and he's not one of them.
No.
That's amazing. 13-3, Rangers lead. Closing minutes of the game.
They declined, so it's fourth down.
They did, and it is 4th and 16 from the 19. Rangers look like they want to come after Driggers. Two receivers either way. Both are going down the field. They throw it over the top. The defensive back is there. It's Romano on coverage, and the right receiver tried to run through him like he'd get a penalty on the play, and now asking the official for it as well. That's Johnson again. It's incomplete, and the Unicorns turn it over on downs for their second possession in a row.
That's a tough decision when you've got 4th and 16 and you want to run the play instead of punting it and maybe causing a turnover, or let your defense at least keep the Smithson Valley back. Right. Now you give it the football right here on the 24-yard line.
Well,
excuse me, the 19-yard line.
We gained a yard on it because it was on the 19. Now it's on the 18.
Oh, okay.
So 3:02 to go in the game. Rangers see if they can run the clock out this time. Two receivers. They have a late sub again. They almost ran a play with 10 defenders. Here's Frash going right. Gets pushed ahead and is spotted near the 11. So a gain of about 7 yards makes it 2nd down and 3. Bevel with the tackle.
Frash was one defender away from going to pay dirt on that play. Nice job up front blocking, and of course right now Smithson Valley, all I want to do is just be consistent, keep the clock running, and don't cause any penalties or turnovers, and just run the clock out. Try to get maybe into the zone. Huh? That'd be nice.
Play clock at 10, game clock at 2:25 on the run. Two receivers either way. The lone setback is Frash. Williams takes the snap. He'll keep it himself with Frash leading the block, and I think Levi has a first down before he's wrapped up and pushed back, and now the whistle finally sounds as they continue to push.
Double safety blitz that time, and it's a good call because Levi Williams can just basically go right up the middle and have to confront those safeties coming in off the edge.
First down, Rangers. First and goal.
Timeout.
And there is a timeout on the field by New Braunfels with 2:07 to go. The Rangers 1st and 10, 1st and goal, I should say, from the 5. Rangers will take a timeout here in the closing 2 minutes of the game. We'll keep it here, as what this means is the Rangers with a win advance to the playoffs. That's the good news. The bad news is you open up as a 4 seed against the number 1 seed from a little bit north, and you go to Lake Travis next Friday night. Lake Travis used to be pretty good. Are they still okay?
I think they're okay. They're better than okay. I think they're still better than okay. But you definitely want to make the playoffs. That's a tradition for Smithson Valley. It's been since 2009 the last time they didn't make the playoffs. And I know as a senior, like Levi Williams and some of the other players that have been playing throughout the year, you don't want to be that one that didn't get into the playoffs when the tradition's been to always go to the playoffs.
Indeed, and that's what will happen with a win here tonight.
Yeah.
Ranger offense comes back on the field. 2:07 left in the game. 1st and goal from the 5. Unicorns still have one timeout. Here's a run. Frash gets tripped up before he gets to the end zone. A touchdown saving tackle. Puts the ball at the 1.
Another timeout, this time by the Unicorns.
Unicorns call a timeout, stop the clock with 1:58 to go. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Well, I guess we could say.
So with that being their final timeout, with 1:58, you just got to punch it in here. You could take a knee 2 more times, but that wouldn't get you to pay dirt on a 40-second play clock.
I think you run one play up the middle, you try to punch it in, and just and go home.
Yeah.
And get ready for the playoffs next week. You know, this game has kind of like been offensively for the Rangers a tale of two halves. First half they were pretty much inept, and then second half they came alive. The offensive line decided to play a little rough and start opening up some alleys for the running backs and for Williams. And I tell you what, things start clicking.
They were inept, is it?
All right, they weren't very good. They couldn't move the football.
Well, they've got 2nd and goal from the 1. 1:58 to go. The Unicorns out of timeouts. Williams with 2 receivers left. Motion from Frash. They give it to Frash, and he scores. Somebody put their hands up. He's standing in the end zone. Both of the officials.
They're waiting for something.
They're waiting for, I don't know what he needed to do, a backflip or something, but he got into the end zone, and the far official who had the better look at it just kind of stared at him.
Yeah.
1:50 to go in the game. Rangers go up 19-3. Mason Reed in for the extra point into the win. The first time we've had that tonight. Any kick into the wind is what I mean. Snap is good, the hold is down, and the kick is very strong. As
one of his better kicks.
We have some pushing and shoving after the play as somebody's talking too much.
There's been some yapping, like you said earlier. You know what? 15.5 miles separate these two schools on Texas Highway 46.
Yes.
You think about it. A lot of these kids and families know each other. They played Little League against each other. And sportsmanlike against Unicorns.
Right.
And, you know, you think about it. They've known each other. They've gone to camps together, baseball, Little League, basketball, soccer, football, obviously. You know, and this is a little bit of a grudge match. I mean, 15 miles all separates the distance between two schools. And
yes, sir.
A lot of pride. And so there could be a little bit of a kind of a family feud situation, I guess.
It's not really like the rivalry with Canyon of 2 teams in the town, but it's still a rivalry with kids who are very close to one another.
That's true.
And they've probably competed against each other for a long time, and not just in football.
Well, we'll definitely see Driggers next year. He's only a sophomore, and I tell you, he's a pretty good little athlete.
He is.
I think Coach Mangold can feel pretty good about his quarterback in the future for the next year or two with Driggers at the helm.
And Dulabon is the only senior. Thomas is a senior. Dyer, Johnson, Rossi.
Yeah, there's several.
Alamon, Miller. Bunch of juniors out there too. So Mason Reed will kick off from the Unicorn 45. He kicks it high, and a fair catch will be made. And the Unicorns will have it out at the 25, 1st and 10, with 1:50 to go in the game. It's 20-3, by the way. Rangers on top, 20-3.
Well, you want to put the safeties back deep. You want to play almost like a prevent defense, which I hate. Yeah. I hate even saying it's prevent defense. That just means you're going to let the team score.
Well, it just means you're going to let them do what they want to do.
Exactly. But you prevent, hopefully, from getting in the end zone, and that's the goal of it.
4-man rush likely to happen. Linebackers and the secondary. Shotgun snap, they'll hand it off, and not very far. Tackle by Hobeck. Stops Labus for no gain. It's 2nd down and 10.
We've called Hobeck's name several times tonight. He's had a good game.
He's had a very good game.
I think Witcher's had a good game. Gibbons has had a good game. All the front 4 have all played well tonight.
2 receivers either way. Motion now. Driggers keeps it on the fake of the jet sweep. Gets a couple of yards out to the 29. It'll be 3rd and 6.
Eggleston getting back there.
Eggleston, 43 with the tackle.
Minute to go in the game. The game clock continues to run on 3rd down.
Interesting, they hadn't thrown the football once, and the clock keeps running.
I don't think they're going to try to stop it at all. Bad snap on the shotgun. Driggers has to pick it up now, wants to throw, gets chased, and Witcher has him. And the ball is thrown out the last minute.
I think they called him down.
I think they blew it down.
Yeah.
As Driggers just kind of threw the ball up in the air. Not a wise thing to do. And now the game clock and play clock as the clock stops. Why'd the clock stop?
Yeah, he's motioning to run now.
Yeah, the game clock and the play clock were identical, and now there's now they stopped the play clock. So they don't have to run another play, I think, is what we're trying to say here. Game clock near 15, play clock is not moving. So that's the last play of the game, and we're going to have a final score with the Rangers winning 20-3 on this Friday night in New Braunfels, advancing to the playoffs with a record of 5-4 and 5-2 in District 26-6A. Not knowing what the other teams in the district did, not real sure how we'll go.
Well, tonight it didn't matter what other teams were doing. I mean, for the Smithson Valley Rangers, they just had to win.
Yeah, and they did it all in the second half. Down 3-0 at halftime. They win it 20-3.
You know, it took them 24 minutes to decide, hey, just go ahead and win this football game, and it looked pretty good second half.
You know, the handshake line is not looking as cordial as you'd hoped. I don't really know that there's a problem, but there's at least one unicorn who's not very happy about what's going on. Matt Littlejohn.
Well, he's a senior, and he's been the leader in that defense for many years. I've called his name the last 2 years, and you know whether or not he goes on to the next level, maybe plays some college ball, yet to be seen. But he's a competitor, and you know for some of these kids, it's a bittersweet end. You never know if you'll ever play again, so it means a lot to these kids who've invested a lot of their time, effort, energy, and the parents as well. And so it's a tough deal.
It is, as the Rangers pull it out 20-3, a total second half performance offensively, with all scores coming in the second half for Smithson Valley. As they win it 20-3, we're having a brief post-game show after this timeout as the Rangers win it 20-3 here in New Braunfels on the Rangers Network.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Comal ISD. The Comal Independent School District is a fast-growing and innovative district with more than 23,000 students. Families are attracted to Comal ISD because of its family values, neighborhood schools, and safe environments. Come to Comal ISD. And Chicken Express, home of world-famous chicken tenders and legendary Chicken-y sweet tea. Dine in, drive up, or drive through. We'll see you at Chicken Express. And Physicians Premier. Our conveniently located freestanding ERs are fully equipped and expertly staffed so you get the best care closest to home. At Physicians Premier, you'll find faster service, friendly doctors, and a comfortable level like no other. And Texas Regional Bank. Buying or building a home? We have construction and mortgage loans to help. For all your personal or business banking needs, Texas Regional Bank, the people you know. And Texas 46, a home-style hill country restaurant, has been in the Spring Branch community for over 30 years, where the focus is on a Lone Star favorite, slow-cooked barbecue. We can cater or host your next large event, too. Welcome to Texas 46.
The Rangers win it. They advance to the playoffs here in 2018 with a 5-4 record and 5-2 in District 26-6A with the 20-3 win over New Braunfels. They beat the Unicorns with 20 second-half points and limit the Unicorns to no points in the second half after giving up a field goal and then having a big goal line stand in the second quarter, preventing the Unicorns from scoring on a 3rd and goal on an interception by Jalen Nutt. So the Rangers win it 20-3. A lot of defense in the first half that you credit the Unicorn or the Rangers, but then you credit their defense in the second half too. The offense just woke up.
Yeah, I think you just hit the nail on the head as far as the to describe the game. Honestly, the defense played pretty consistently for 4 quarters, particularly in the first half when your offense is sputtering. That's what the defense has to do. And plus, the third phase of your football team is special teams. Special teams, 2 long field goals by Mason Reed, putting points on the board. That kind of gives you some cushion, some breathing room for your football club to make some changes and your offense to get on board.
The sports writer for someone was talking to Witcher, and the Unicorn players and fans are marching down the field.
And that must be the seniors down there marching.
Maybe it is. Yeah. In any event,
senior night.
Witcher got caught. Pardon, I didn't mean to interrupt you. It just was funny that Witcher was trying to figure out how he's going to get out of that. Anyway.
But the bottom line was tonight you had to win. No matter how it looked, if it was ugly, beautiful, perfect, it doesn't matter. Just win. You got to get to the next level, and that starts, I guess, Monday.
Indeed it does. Preparation will handle. We know we're playing Lake Travis next Friday night up at Lake Travis, and we'll have that for you here on the Rangers Network. So for everyone at Wick Productions, for Jeff Gandy, I'm Tony Brubaker saying good night, and God bless. The Rangers win it 20-3.
We've got spirit. Yeah, we do. Fill up your tank and support the Rangers, too. When you get gas, look for the Rangers Spirit Pump because Pit Stop and Fishers are donating a percentage of sales from that pump to the Smithson Valley Athletic Booster to support our student athletes. Get gas here and fill up the Booster Club's bank. Here's where you can find your Spirit Pumps. When you see it, pull up and fill up, Rangers.